bop, bop, ba, boom, boom, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom. You know what? Every time I come and talk with you, fam, I'm always in a great mood because I can't wait to talk to you. But this is one of them special I can't wait to talk to you nights above my normal I can't wait to talk to you nights. Hey, you know what I do not like? Each and every year we start screaming about, well, we're going to go in the draft and get a franchise quarterback. And I always say to myself, maybe or maybe not. So this year, I'm already prepared, because I'm watching CJ and I can see right now he's got a lot of work to do. So they might be thinking, well, we should probably go in and get another quarterback. So I'm already depressed about that because here we go with another quarterback. What we got to think, is Kirk Cousins going to leave Washington? And I'm already figuring, why in hell would Kirk Cousins leave Washington? They're going to pay him a king's ransom. There's no way they're stupid enough to let him go. So now what? We're back to the draft. We're going to sign, what? Sign. Oh, I know. Maybe we could sign our old quarterback. Bring him right out of Kansas City and put him in a 49er uniform once again. Alex would love to play for the 49ers. I don't think so. So, there's all kind of problems. What are we going to do for a quarterback next year? All of a sudden, John Lynch, Mr. Magician, says, Niner faithful, I have just signed Jimmy Garoppolo. I was surprised they haven't done a press conference. Maybe they have. I've not been looking. But I'm telling you right now, think about this for a minute. He's been on, remember what happened to Aaron Rodgers when he came out from under Brett Favre? Look what you got there. Is Brett Favre better than Tom Brady? I don't think so. So you got an understudy that's been sitting there for 4 years, watching the nuances and the technique and stylings of probably about it. He is the modern day GOAT. And I say that because Joe is still his era's GOAT. But make no mistake about it. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of this generation. Garoppolo's been sitting there watching for all this time and learning all the skills and techniques and tricks. Oh my God, did we make a killing? And you put that same guy, you put him under Mike Shanahan. Oh, it could be though. You put him under Kyle Shanahan, one of the gurus of the game. What do you think Garoppolo's going to look like in 2 years? This is something to get excited about, and I am. Let me wait. I gotta take a shower. I've worked up a sweat here. Bam. What is your reaction? I'm coming to you right. Kenner, get in here, man. What
up, Ronbo?
Yo, man.
Man, I'm excited, dude. I can't believe it, man. Man, John Lynch is a genius, dude. John Lynch is a genius.
How did he do that?
For some reason, I feel like we stole something from the Patriots. That was a steal, man. Second round pick.
You know it, man, because Brady could get hurt tomorrow next week. He's 40 years old. Something could happen to him next year. They got rid of the guy that's been under him for all this time. Belichick must have another plan or something weird. I don't understand why he would do this. But at a number 2 pick, how high in the draft order is he going to be with us?
What I like about it so much is that we ain't got to spend all that money on Kirk Cousins. We ain't got to spend all our cap space, man. We're set. We're set and ready to go, man. But next year is going to be a totally different ball game.
We got all the draft picks. We're at the top of the draft, probably because you know what? CJ's going to start the rest of the year, which means we're probably going to lose every game between now and the end of the season, right? Well, maybe
I hope they don't put him in there with this O-line, though.
No.
That's one thing
he doesn't know enough to go in there and play quarterback right now anyway. So you keep CJ in for the rest of the year. Maybe we win 1 or 2 games. Now we're at the top of the draft. We have to pray each and every week that the Browns win at least a couple of games. Boy, that's asking for a lot, though, because they look pretty bad. So we control the draft. We've got our quarterback. All we got to do is go get some offensive linemen. We might get high enough for the draft. We could trade back and get some extra picks.
Not only that, but we got a good backup. I mean, nobody knows what CJ looks like behind a good O-line either, man.
Yeah,
we might just have the best backup in the league, too.
And it is. And he trains for the rest of the season to get himself really good. So we got a legitimate backup, and we got a starter. It don't get no better than that. Oh, I love the way this is starting to form.
I think we need to get ourselves some wide receivers in free agency, though. Some good ones.
Probably.
Some deep threats.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, who's going to be available next year? And once they find out we got Garoppolo, this changes the whole dynamic in San Francisco because now if you're a free agent, and maybe if they saw CJ starting to say, oh man, you got to have
Deshaun Jackson only sign a 1-year deal?
Ah! I like that. Oh, I tell you, man. Oh, things are starting to look awfully good. And you know, Lynch and company, they're not through thinking yet. There's no telling what's going to happen before this day is over. Hey, Kenny. Tell you what, man.
Yeah.
What else you want to add? Because I know this is Monday Night Raw. What else
Oh
you want?
man, I'm just excited right now, man. It was the best news all day. I've been kind of pissed off because people in this town drive like maniacs, and so that coming home to that was awesome.
Tell you what.
Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Woo!
Just fun to say. I tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, man.
All right.
All right.
Later,
Let's
Ronbo.
go. All right, buddy. Let's go to Vader. One of the only unhappy men on the planet right now. Vader, come on in here. Explain to us, what is the problem?
The problem is Belichick, he's too tricky, bro. Why, all of a sudden, why would you give up Garoppolo for a second-round draft pick? Everybody was trying to get him at the beginning of the year. All of a sudden,
let me just answer that much before you go any further. You know how high we're going to finish in the draft this year?
Oh, I know that.
So look, here's what you do. You're Bill Belichick, right? I got Tom Brady. He'll be here for the next 3 years minimum. I go into the draft and I got my choice of best quarterbacks in the college ranks right now. If he works out, good. If he don't, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, but there's got to be. How come he didn't do this at the beginning of the year?
Like I just got through saying, if we were the Browns, if the Browns would have came to Belichick with this deal, they would have won. It was either us or the Browns. We're 0-8, babe. So of course, if I'm Belichick, I'm not interested in trading with who's up. I'm not interested in trading with the Seahawks or the Rams or anybody like that. I don't need no 30th or 31 pick. With the 49ers, I'm going to get either 1 or 2. So how am I going to lose?
I don't know.
Just think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment.
I don't know.
See, you know he's a criminal and he's going to take somebody, but this time he might have got taken.
He's a criminal. He's a thief.
Yeah.
And hopefully this pans out, man. You know what I mean?
Well, how do you feel about Garoppolo?
I don't know. I just don't pick Belichick. Man.
No, okay. Forget about Belichick for a moment. How do you feel about Jimmy G, Vader? How do you feel about Jimmy G? Does he look like a bad quarterback to you?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Depending on what our offensive line looks like.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I wouldn't start blaming him because he's going to start throwing interceptions. I don't know.
Let me put your
mind. I would have focused on getting some offensive.
Let me put your mind at ease on that offensive line. Number one, Vader, Jimmy G is not going to start this year. My bet is if he plays any. Wait, let me just finish this. If he plays this year, it'll be the last couple of games. Next year, I promise you, the offensive line you see right now, that ain't going to be in place. All right? You can get that out of your head right now. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but again, I feel bad for CJ.
Why? He's going to be the backup.
I didn't think he got a fair shake because they're going to try to put Garoppolo in pretty quick. Not this year, but next year. When we actually have an open offensive line.
He'll get a chance next year.
And it just to me, Ronbo, honestly, dude, it doesn't feel like the Niner way, dude. There's a wrong way to do things. There's a right way to do things.
And
but right
a Niner way. Yeah.
I don't know what's up with the staff or what's going on, man, but it just doesn't feel like the Niner way. Starting off with Navarro Bowman, and then they pull this shit, and it's like they're trying to get CJ's feet wet, trying to get him going, and how do you think he feels right now?
That's a good question.
It's just not the Niner way, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, they just
you
brought
think they
back
lowballed
the
him?
cat, and they explained the way Barlow, it was all about family. Rambo! Look at the way they named Navarro Bowman go. It was like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I know, but you know what? It's about winning football. It's the 21st century.
We got to establish who we are. We're in a stadium we're jinxed in. For some apparent reason, we can't win a goddamn game there.
Well, no apparent reason. It's obvious.
And it's like, we got to have some kind of foundation first.
Well, that's what they're
working on. And then start bringing in. That's why I figured them bringing all these new cats in, I thought that was the wrong way to go. We needed some veteran presence there, and they got rid of it.
We had too many vets, though.
Now we got Garoppolo coming in, and you think Garoppolo's happy about coming to the Niners?
Well, not now, but he will be when they get through putting people in place.
Yeah,
Vader, you got to think
how it turns out.
Okay, Vader, but you got to think ahead.
I'm looking at Kyle, I'm looking at Lynch, and I'm looking at a 6-year contract. And again, honestly, if they got a 6-year contract, yeah, dude, they got to turn this shit around in 3 years.
And that's why they can't waste any more time doing things any other way. Vader, we got to go. Let me tell you. Let me see you tomorrow, man. We'll get a bit of this in depth. All right, man.
All right. See you tomorrow, Ronbo.
All right, Vader.
Let's go. I'm ready to go. Radio, Ronbo Sports.
Yeah.
Trez on there. I want to see what Trez has to say.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You know Trez, man. Who got next anyway? We got Trez is next, as a matter of fact. Okay. We lost Trez?
Oh,
hey. Oh, Vader, please. Hey, Vader, hang up, Vader. All right, go ahead, Trez.
Ronbo.
Yo.
I hear a lot of excitement in there, Ronbo.
Trez, you didn't finish the. I'll wait for that every time you call in, man. Wait.
You okay? Hold up, wait a minute. Ronbo put some red and gold up in it.
And Ronbo sprinkles up the red and gold. Okay. Yeah. All right, Trez, go ahead, man. Because Vader was waiting on you.
A lot of excitement in the air, Ronbo.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement in the air. But I'm going to start off by saying this right here, Ronbo.
Okay.
Did you hear the joke about Kirk Cousins coming to San Francisco?
Well, I heard he said he would like to reunite with his secretly on the internet. He said he would like to reunite.
Yeah, but did you hear the joke though?
Well, please give it to me. I'm always in the mood for a joke, especially now. Go ahead, Trez.
Yeah, there ain't one because he ain't coming. That's the joke.
Trez, you've been waiting for that. You're bothering your tag team partners getting mad, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, look, Cal sat down after that Dallas Cowboy game and looked at Kirk on tape and said, "You know what? We got to go in another direction. He ain't my guy. He ain't my guy. Straight up. That's what he did.
Trez has been waiting for this.
Because the move came right after this Cowboys game, and he got a chance to take a long, good look at Kirk Cousins and say, "You know what? We're going to go on and go with Garoppolo." Because Kirk ain't going to get the job done. Now, how I feel about this, I got mixed reactions. The reason why I have mixed reactions is because I know what they're doing here. Mm-hmm. If we end up with the number 1 pick, we're going to trade out of that pick, and we probably end up with a 2, and we gave up a 2, so we don't lose nothing.
We go get more than that. If you trade out as high as
we're going to that's what I'm saying. We're going to get more than that, but I'm just saying we're going to get a 2 back. So I see what they're doing here. You know what I'm saying?
And trade back up into the first round.
Yeah. The only thing I can say is that name me one quarterback that came behind Tom Brady that ever did anything in this league.
They never stayed with him very long, though. Garoppolo's been sitting back there for 4 years.
Yeah, he's been sitting back there, but none of their quarterbacks that have left there that sat behind Tom Brady that was supposed to, that had them little 5-game winning streaks and all that while Tom was out. And they was looking terrific and things like, oh, that's our guy. Let's get him.
Maybe went to the wrong, and I think they went to the wrong coach too. You see, because Shanahan wanted him. Several people wanted Garoppolo coming out of school, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see how it all unfolds, But I mean, everybody's excited for the move. I applaud them for making a move, for making a move.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying? Because we just can't sit back
and do nothing.
And just continue to let things go as they've been going.
And it wasn't that expensive, Trez. Like you said, second round.
I was listening to Rich, and the thing of it is that this could be some learning time for CJ.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he will be.
I mean, CJ's gonna finish. I think CJ's gonna finish this season now because Garoppolo ain't coming in playing.
Because they're not interested in winning no games.
I wouldn't play him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play him.
It's dangerous anyway.
Straight up, I wouldn't play him.
Right, he ain't as tough as CJ. He can't take them lumps.
My boy Solomon hurt now.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, goddamn. I thought he was going to have surgery. They said it was just a MCL sprain.
It's a slight. It's a tiny tear, not a complete tear.
Yeah. So
it'll heal up.
You know, it's a lot of excitement in there, Ronbo. But like, if
You're
I had
you're
to move the
cautious,
meter,
huh?
I'm in neutral.
Yeah.
I'm in neutral
Gotcha.
on this one.
Trez, they may
You
still
know.
draft Luke Falk though. Because Trez, you got to figure this way: if they're not happy with CJ, if they see some things they don't like, they'll go ahead and draft another quarterback and let CJ take a hike at the end of the season and go ahead and let that man work. There's whoever they draft in, Luke Falk.
It's a possibility. I heard my partner over there was want to Joan Luke Falk out the last segment show you had. I think that was yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
He wanted Joan Luke talking about Luke's done and all this. Hey man, Luke has put that team where that team is right now on his back. So enough about Luke though, because we talking 49ers.
That's true.
So, I'm in neutral though. I will. Let's see.
All right,
Because I ain't never seen one of
Belichick's guys come out and do it.
Tom Brady do anything.
Yeah, but I got a special feeling about this guy because too many people wanted him. Somebody said Harbaugh actually wanted him too, but I find out he's going to send me the link. Trez, let me tell you,
really?
we got I was shocked by that too.
Yeah.
I thought
I got one more
about
thing
that.
to ask you before we let everybody else get on here.
All right.
Who was that number 62 playing goddamn patty cake with that goddamn
Magnuson.
linebacker coming off the end?
Eric Magnuson, and I want his ass fired too. I agree. I don't know what that was about.
I said, what the fuck was that?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? That's what we were saying. It don't matter who back there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trez, you know
what kind of shit was that coming from a pro?
Trez, we got to hang up. But listen, the first thing I want to say about that is I understand that the play was a play that got whistled dead, and Chris Long kept on coming. But at the same time, Eric was supposed to tackle him since he went around there and dropped CJ anyway. Eric Magnuson was supposed to drop him on his head and say, the whistle blowing, can't you hear? Or something. We need toughness. All right, Trez. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Shout out to my tag team partner, man. I heard him in here, so we know he's gonna come with it. But hey, look, I tell you one thing, Ronbo, I'm out of here. Kirk Cousins is in Cleveland, man. I'm gone.
Yeah, Trey, I know you got something to say about that. Yeah. Oh, Trez, remember, you guys hang up after we get through because the lines are really jamming tonight. So okay, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Raw. I mean, should we do Raw on Tuesday night?
I'm hanging up.
All right, Trez. Let's go to Trey. Oh, this is
every single Niner fan said, finally.
Ain't that the gospel truth?
Yeah, exactly. My partner is partially right, though. Kyle Shanahan did make that decision after seeing the game this weekend. That he was going to go ahead and trade. He's right about that part because after our quarterback of the future got benched on Saturday, he said, well, I guess, since we're not going to go with that patty cake ass Luke Falk, I guess we'll just go ahead and get what we were supposed to get. But, all jokes aside. No, seriously, I told you Kurt wasn't going anywhere. They realized that Kurt's not leaving Washington.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that because you know what? I like Jimmy a lot. Okay, Jimmy was one of the more sought-after quarterbacks, but let me just break down real quick what's going on. Jimmy's going to play everybody, okay? Y'all can cut the crap. He's going to play against Seattle in 3 weeks after the bye, okay? 3 weeks to learn the system.
Yeah, well, maybe 3 weeks after the bye. I could buy that.
Yeah.
Joe
Staley will be healthy. Joe Staley will be healthy. Trent Brown will be healthy. We'll be okay, okay? We'll be all right. We'll be in better shape than what we were. And with that being said, with the second pick in the 2018 draft, the San Francisco 49ers selected Orlando Brown, offensive tackle from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's right. Folks, Joe Staley's getting up there in age, and if he's going to retire a Niner, I think it's time to kick him inside the guard. I don't know. He would be, with that athleticism that he has, he would be a really good left guard.
Yeah.
Pulling left guard.
And that's what
really good. Now it would be hard. It would be hard for his ego to take, so we don't know if he could do it. But let me break down the genius of this play. Speaking of which, today was the first victory of the 2017 season for Niner fans because we finally, and I do mean finally, have a quarterback that we can go forward with. I told you guys, CJ doesn't, and Ronbo, they listen to your show, my brother. I'm telling you they do. Whenever we start talking about, I told you on Sunday CJ doesn't have the arm talent. Next thing you know, they watch the film, we got a quarterback.
Yeah. And I was thinking maybe they could pump his arm up, but I don't know if that's a natural thing, right? Your arm talent.
He has he has a good backup arm. He has a Case Keenum, Scout Tolzien.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this kind of exactly.
Yeah.
Matt Flynn. Backup quarterback kind of arm,
Exactly.
but let's just take it really quickly. It's very rarely that you deal with the Patriots and you feel like you got even an equal deal. I feel like we came out on top, Ronbo.
I do too.
Let me tell you why.
Please.
The Patriots were going to lose Garoppolo regardless.
What?
They were going to lose him, okay? He was gone. And so they did what was in their best interest. This is the one time where losing the way we lose actually benefits a team during the season.
Yes.
Usually it benefits you in the offseason. Well, the Patriots were looking towards the offseason and said, hey, they're going to have a great pick, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not like we're going
Why
to
don't
win
we go
7
ahead
in a
and
row.
do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. We already have a second round pick.
Yeah.
So we're good. So we still have a first round pick, a second round pick, 2/3, and a potential franchise quarterback. I think we came out on top.
I do too. I really do.
You see?
Yeah.
Now, people saying we weren't going to pay the money. We're going to have to pay Jimmy about 22.
Yeah.
That's what it costs.
Yeah.
That's what it costs. So don't think we're not going to spend no money.
Yeah. But the thing is, Trey, you don't have to spend $30 million because the fact is, Jimmy has no starter experience. So it's not like he's coming from one team to another to ask for.
He's going to get mid-level. Yeah, he's going to get about 22. 22, which is fine.
Yeah.
The sooner the better we sign him, just for long-term assurances and things of that nature with a couple of out clauses in the contract. Mm-hmm. One last point, though. We get to start the next season now with Jimmy, though, learning the offense, executing the offense, being coached by the coaches, and performing and seeing what we need. So really, we won today because like I said, we are the first team that got it started for the 2018 season.
Trey, I'm telling you right now, words. I mean, we got to do Raw tomorrow night because you and Trez got to have this out. But listen to me. Let me talk to you tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah. I know. The lines is crazy. We out of here. Shout out to my partner Raw. It can't even be Raw tonight. It's such a glorious.
Look, because we're celebrating. We can get crazy tomorrow, though.
All right, brother.
All right, Trey. Appreciate you, man. Talk to you tomorrow. Let's go.
That's where I'm going, man.
Yeah. Let's go to CMC Cup Jr.
What up, Ronbo?
Connie, you know what?
What's cool?
I want y'all. I'm looking at my main man, MC Cobb, because the man is he is with the Trash Talking Circle each and every week. I'm watching all my boys are crowing. I've been feeling bad for them for the last 3 years, and their time to shine. It looks like it's finally on the horizon. Carver, come on in here.
Gotta have that patience, brother. Gotta have that patience.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this deal, man?
I like the move, man. I like the move because we're most definitely moving forward. Now we could be a little, calm and comfortable knowing we got a quarterback now. CJ is a good backup quarterback, I say, especially having Jimmy in here. To the people that think that we about to win automatically, that can't happen right away. We still need offensive line. He still needs to learn the offensive playbook, but we are moving in the right direction. I most definitely believe in Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Man, I'm telling you, within these 6 years, man, I see a Super Bowl, if not 1, 2. I'm going to be bold and say it because, I mean, these cats are smart. They know what they're doing. They've been sitting back just thinking I didn't see this coming. I was looking at my phone about to do some online homework and stuff, and then the breaking news came. I'm damn near dropped my phone. Oh, wait. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know.
To the 49ers. Oh, I got to call Ronbo. But yeah, man, and one thing I do like is, he had a chance to sit back and learn. A lot of that's a key for me. If you could sit back and learn, just learn some things. I know you haven't been out there that much throwing the ball, but you also have to learn the mental aspect of the game as well.
Lots of things, yeah.
And he's been part of a winning team too, so he knows what it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
exactly. Ooh,
yeah, I love it.
Good.
I love it.
That's an outstanding point right there. He's been with a winning organization. So walking around knowing how to lose, but nothing but lose. See, that's so important.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
that's
saying,
slow.
man. And
Man, that's
this is the perfect move.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. What you think, Ronbo?
I can't talk about it enough because I said, as soon as he gets to town, first of all, the 49ers now don't have to worry about anything but build that offensive line. And if anybody thinks they're not going to build offensive line, they need to stop smoking that low-grade dope. The first thing the 49ers are going to do is go to work on that offensive line because the offensive line means if now Kyle Shanahan's offense can function.
Damn.
And that's going to be priority one. Wide receivers, I'm not sure about what's going on there, but we still need a dog to come in and play defense. So, it's going to be this. I don't know how they're going to list these priorities, but I know offensive line is number one. After that, McCarver, I don't know. But, I know what the needs are, and I don't know how long about addressing it in which order. But the offensive line, people stop worrying
money.
about Jimmy Garoppolo.
We're going to make moves. I already know it.
Yes.
It's coming.
Free agency, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to hold you up, man. I know you got a whole bunch of callers tonight,
they're ready to roll, man.
I just wanted to get my input real quick. I'm excited.
And I appreciate you calling in, too.
Still got to be patient.
That's right.
But I'm excited.
But it's at least we're moving in the right direction, like you said. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, Ronbo. TTC, you can catch him every week. TTC, MC McCarver. Boy, that man is in here talking lots of stuff. It's fun stuff.
Every week I'm here. Every week I don't care. I'm going to rep this logo all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? All day and every day. And I'll catch you at halftime too, man. This week, man.
This weekend, sure will. All right. See you, McCarver. All right, man. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Let's go ahead and get Joe in here. Hey, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Rumble, can you let one person go ahead of him out?
Absolutely. Emilio.
Thank you.
I figure the baby must be happy about the new signing.
Yeah, a little busy right now, Rumble.
You want me to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back. All right, what? Emilio's changing diapers. He thinks we don't know. Get Dennis in it. Dennis.
Rombo.
Dennis.
You know the funniest thing that just happened to me?
I can't imagine. What happened?
And I had a little thing going on, and the Jet fan in my family came downstairs and said, "Did you look at the news?" And it was like, "I signed somebody from the Patriots." She said something about Garoppolo.
And you didn't believe it?
I was like, Jimmy J? I'm like, Jimmy G? She was like, yeah, I just signed. Boy, it was like the lights of the empire just shined down on the Niners. This came from San Francisco, came from Santa Clara. Just like the gates of heaven just opened. Can you feel it?
I can, man. I'm telling you right now, I felt it immediately, like a lightning bolt.
Because I know you got other people. Let me get up in here and make my couple points clear. Shout out to all the people up in there, the Niner fam, Trash, Trey, and everybody. First thing I want to get off. CJ is going to be a valuable backup. He couldn't even be a starter.
Yeah.
Let's not throw him completely under the bus.
Yeah.
A lot of things is going to happen. This deal was phenomenal. We got our franchise quarterback. Now the only thing that I would say I would give Patriots for doing, and yeah, you was right. Tom Brady is probably one of the best quarterbacks of this era. But the thing is, we need more quarterbacks like him. And not the fact of his skill play. Yeah, but we all will love his skill play. But the fact is, he was the type of quarterback that didn't really need all that money up front. I mean, all that money for a big deal. He always kept them a decent deal and told them, go get me what I need. And that's why he got them damn right. Because Patriots always got what he needed. And that's the kind of quarterbacks we need more in this league. Yeah. That's one. Two,
Wide receivers coming out next year, not next year in the draft, but free agency. You still got Terrell Pryor. You still got Alphonse Jeffrey. They're on 1-year deals. So we still got, we going to get some weapons. In this draft, yes, I want the offensive linemen because we need to protect them.
Oh, yeah.
That's our new baby. We need to protect them. We need some straight-up walls, grade, steel, and reinforced steel, concrete, whatever you need. We need some walls to protect our babies now.
And get one out of free agency so you know he's legitimate, too. Yeah. And yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's coming because I was really down on the last couple weeks. Ronbo was like,
"Where we going from here?" I was
faithful, and the people staying on bandwagon. They was like all in the Harbaugh era. I was in the era where we're in the '80s, like my man said. I was in the '80s too, and I'm only 35, and I was in the '80s, and that's when I was born.
Oh, you mean back when we was fab, when we was winning all the time, and it was pretty much assumed before we stepped on the field.
And you know my very first game I saw?
What was that?
The very first I saw Tone was against the Cowboys with Troy Aikman and Joe Montana. And we won that game.
You're damn right. That was usually the case.
So I know what they talking about, some bandwagon fans. And yeah, I had to go up into work and listen to these Cowboy fans, listen to everybody else bag on us like, Dad, y'all can't even get a single win.
I know, see.
It's all good. It's coming.
God.
Just give us the time that we need.
Tell you what,
coming.
I'm
just glad it started this year.
I know, before next season starts so we can get to jump on everybody else. Dennis, let me see you tomorrow night, man, if you got some time, will you?
Of course. I'm going to definitely be on Raw.
Yeah, all right. We can definitely do Raw on Tuesday night because we got some people who got to say some things to each other. But hey.
All right, my man.
Appreciate you coming in, man.
All right. Of course, man.
Yeah.
Brick by brick, go Niners.
Have a good night, Timmy. Dennis, you know what? I said Timmy because I'm thinking about Tim Duncan. You know what? That's the thing with Brady. He's exactly right. When Dennis made that point about Tim Duncan made sure that there was money left over so you can surround him with players to win championships. Now, I don't know if Garoppolo's going to be thinking that same way, but I do know Parag knows how to set up a system or a contract that you can still save money and get the guy paid. Hopefully they go to that and get us some blue chip players in there. Although we don't really need a lot of money right now. We got plenty. Give Jimmy, like he said, $22 million. Hey, let's go see if Joe is ready.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yo, Joe.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, you know how I'm doing, man. I'm feeling awfully encouraged. I mean, better than I was. So what are you thinking?
Here's the thing. I have some mixed feelings about this.
I knew you would.
Jimmy Garoppolo has only played literally 1.5 games. Played the first game, he played really well. Second game, he played really well, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then they brought in Jacoby Brissett, who won the next game. And then he lost the game after that, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but maximum, he has probably played 2.5 games.
Yeah.
All right? And if a quarterback gets hurt in the second or third game, I don't know if he can survive behind this offensive line at all.
Well, now why do people think that he's going to come in behind this offensive line? I don't understand that. What makes you think the 49ers are not going to do anything about the offensive line? I don't understand.
He's a free agent at the end of this year, okay?
Who are we talking about?
Now, before Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's a free agent after this year?
Yeah, as soon as this contract ends, he's a free agent. Yeah. So remember that. We actually got robbed for a second-round pick. He was probably worth around a third-round pick because really it's halfway through the season and you're only getting a few weeks of that rookie contract, whereas you gave up 4 years of a player with a rookie contract at a really cheap price.
Joe, let me ask you one question.
That's a huge price to pay.
Joe, let me ask you one question,
Joe.
Joe, just one question, though. Do you really think that Lynch made that deal thinking Garoppolo was going to cut out on him at the end of the season?
Listen, just hear me out. So here's the thing. I I know everyone makes any deal hoping for the best. Why he made that deal is he thinks, that was a one-time thing. He got hurt once, and
you give up a second-round pick.
He'll probably come in and play well, and be a durable quarterback and be the franchise quarterback. That's why he made that deal. But things always don't turn out the most positive way, even though we like to think of it that way. So here's how I would like it. I wouldn't give him a long-term deal. If I would, it would be like the kind of deal we gave Colin Kaepernick, where we could get rid of him anytime and we don't get any dead cap space. So what I would like to do personally is put him on the transition tag, where if someone claims him, they can give us 2 first-round picks and take them. That would be a win. We gave up a second-round pick, get 2 first-round picks, get a whole bunch of offensive linemen in the draft to lift both left tackle and guard from Notre Dame, center, on and on. But if he comes in and plays well, it will be a great deal. But it's just like we just got to be true to what's going on. I mean, he might not be what we think he is.
Oh, that's the case. But that's the case with anybody who was drafted out of college. It's the same risk you run on any quarterback you get, including your draft pick and everything else. I like this for that reason. And I'm comparing it to just that situation you're mentioning now. I bring a kid out of college. He's going to come in. I don't know what I really got because he may not transcend to the college game. So I already seen Garoppolo.
I'm not for a college quarterback at all. I'd much rather take this than taking a first-round quarterback out of college any day.
Okay. All right. We agree there. Okay. This is what I'm saying. And I understand your point about he may leave at the end of the season, or he may go out and shop himself since he's a free man at the end of the season. But John Lynch, I do not see him being that kind of stupid. So I'm pretty sure there's something in place that Garoppolo's not going to walk at the end of the season.
Oh, he's not going to walk. That's what I'm saying. We're probably going to transition tag him, which is going to pay him about $12 million, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how the whole process works. Yeah. But if we franchise tag him, we probably have to make him the highest paid player, right? I'm not sure. But
you know what? You're underestimating the front office. I don't see that happening. We'll see, though. You could be right, but I think the chances of you being right are about 70-30. I don't think Lynch is that stupid. I think Parag Marafi's already worked his magic. I think they've been talking for a few weeks, to be honest with you. This ain't something that just came down overnight.
They probably are. I'm not saying they're stupid. It's just that things can go really good really quickly, and they can also go really bad really quickly. So I'm just saying, we gotta calm down a little bit.
Yeah. You go ahead and calm down. We'll tell you what we're gonna do. Come back tomorrow, Joe.
And I don't want to jinx it.
Give me some more specifics tomorrow on what you're thinking. But let's talk tomorrow about, okay? We got to go. We got a house that's crazy full.
All right.
All right, bro. Thanks. All right. And we're gonna get some, of course, there's going to be some contrasting opinions and thoughts on this matter. And that makes sense. All right. So maybe we should calm down. I ain't. You can. I'm going to go to Emilio and see what he has to say. Emilio.
Yo.
Go ahead, Emilio.
I'm in between. I mean, I wasn't too much big of a fan of the guy, but I mean, at this point, I've read certain comments of what they said about Garoppolo, that Shanahan really wants him. He was trying to get him before the season, so if he really wants him, he's gonna be a franchise quarterback. So be it.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing against Garoppolo. I just, he did pretty good to Tom Brady, but like the previous caller before said, you got to really realize. What was it? You never seen nobody behind Tom Brady do really good.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite. Yeah. I've never seen anybody
was
sit behind Brady for 4 years, though.
No, nobody be great after go to a different team. Be great. So that was the only problem I had. But other than that, if he works out, then I'm all for it. Like I said, he did pretty good with Belichick thus far. So it all depends on what goes on. It's just at this time, you ain't got to get overrated ass Kirk Cousins that I didn't want in the beginning.
I mean, how much do you think he learned in 4 years of Belichick and Brady, though? I mean, how much can a man learn from sitting back?
Well, you got to really realize when Steve was sitting behind Joe, it's the same thing. You can learn a lot just sitting back and watching. You got to also look at Aaron Rodgers and
Brett Favre.
And Brett Favre. It's just if you sit down and it works, you learn a lot. It just depends how everything works out. But like I said, if Shanahan really wants this guy and he really believes he's gonna be our future for his team and our quarterback, I'm all for it. Because like I said, I read reports already saying Shanahan really wants him, and the system really works for Garoppolo. So it's a both ways. So I was like, well, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm not hyped yet because
you gotta wait.
Seen one in action.
Yeah, I like me because I jump the gun sometimes too fast. But Emilio's the kind of guy. He's gonna cautiously wait, and when they do well, he'll say okay. But if they do bad, Emilio's gonna be the first guy to say, "I told y'all." Emilio, we know your style, man. I told y'all. He's Mr. I told y'all.
This is good. I'm not downplaying this one.
Yeah.
This is actually a good pickup. I'm not even saying this. Like I said, what we knew about Hoyer is just we knew what Hoyer was.
Well, yeah.
He was always a backup. He was never a starter.
He got cut too. They cut him. Can you imagine Hoyer though, Emilio? You're sitting back at home and walking in the locker room. I'm kind of
surprised they cut him. I'm just surprised they didn't just keep him on the bench. I'm like, why cut him? It's like you only gave him a 2-year deal. You could have either just let him right out you could have let him be the second stringer.
Well,
if you're going to do that, because now we're down back to 2 quarterbacks.
It's roster
which
space.
I didn't,
You can't put him on the practice squad.
So either that, but like I said, I mean, you always need 3 quarterbacks because you never know what happens. Because, I mean, I see what happens. Let's say Garoppolo's the starter, CJ's the backup. He gets hurt, CJ can come in. It makes sense. But then it looks like they wouldn't go back to Hoyer at all. At no point at all.
No, but I don't
you
see
don't ever want to
starting.
go back to what you were before.
Yeah, I don't see Garoppolo starting though. Like Trey says, maybe after the bye week, a couple of weeks later. Garoppolo. What is he gonna do? Come out there, Coach? What do I do? I just got him, man. I don't know anything about what you guys are doing.
It'd be stupid to really either start him this Sunday or the next.
No,
the next
God,
game.
no.
That'd be dumb. We don't have a line. Your guy's gonna get killed.
And he knows nothing.
CJ got hurt this Sunday. I was listening to it, and then I found out got hit 12 times. I'm like, really? You would want to put Garoppolo out there thinking he's gonna be your future?
No,
that'd be kind of.
No, I
wouldn't even think. So,
that was never part of the plan.
I don't get why people thinking also like saying this is good. This is the line Garoppolo's gonna play.
Yeah, I don't know why people.
Garoppolo's not gonna play behind this line.
No. He's gonna wait at least until Trent and Joe get back. All right, hey, let me go, man, because everybody's calling in tonight. Want a little bit. Appreciate you, man. Let me talk to you tomorrow night if you get a chance since you got opening tonight. All right.
All righty, man.
All right, Emilio. Let's go to Win.
Ronbo.
How you feeling tonight, man? You liking this? We're getting mixed reviews, so wherever you come from, don't be scared because I'm going crazy about this. Whatever you want to say on this matter, you can jump right on in there.
Ronbo, I feel like we got Christmas early.
Yeah, see? Yes! Telling you.
And the thing is, look here, we're not going to go into the offseason wondering who we're going to pick for a quarterback.
Isn't that a wonderful feeling?
Because the thing is, it's like if we would have drafted a quarterback, we'd have been calling the show the whole spring.
Yeah.
Talking about the strengths and the weaknesses of these guys.
Yeah.
And everything. Do they know a pro style?
Yep. When you lost we lost your connection. When?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Now I got you. Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead. You talking about what we were talking about during preseason?
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about, when you go down through the checklist for the things that you want in a quarterback, dude, he checks every box. Mm-hmm. He can make every throw. Mm-hmm. He can read the defense. Mm-hmm. He's been a pro, sitting behind one of the second best quarterback of all time. We know Joe Montana's the best.
There you go.
The greatest.
Yep.
So I mean, look here, he checks every box.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to the last call with Jimmy. I was like, hey, look here, I'm gonna have to kind of raining on our parade for a minute. I'm like, I know he's being cautiously optimistic and everything, but I'm like, look here, man, no. Look here, a deal has basically already been worked out, I believe, behind the scenes.
That was Joe. So, there's no way he comes in here and says at the end of the season, well, you guys realize it was only for the rest of the season. I'm a free man and I'm out of here. There is no way that Lynch was going to sign up for that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So essentially, this is what we got going on. Between Shanahan, Lynch, and Garoppolo, these 3 guys are tied at the hip, basically under 5-year contracts, because this year is basically over with, right?
Yes, it's been
So
over with
we're going
for
to
us.
give Jimmy Garoppolo a 5-year deal. And, the thing is, as fans, we can't let the numbers just stagger us because the salary cap is going up. He's going to make about $22 million a year, just like Trey said a little bit earlier. So he's going to make about $22 million a year.
Incentives
It's
and
going to
bonuses.
be close to somewhere maybe 5 years, $100 million. But people see $100 million and they just go crazy.
I know.
But, I mean, it's the market value. Think about this. Mike Glennon from Chicago Bears signed a 3-year, $45 million contract.
And he can't play.
And didn't do anything.
I know. He's just not that good.
Yeah, so if he got 3 years, $45 million, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get $100 million. And the thing is, you can't come in trying to transition him and all that stuff because you're breached trust already at the beginning of a relationship, and that's bad business.
Yep.
You got to come in and say, look here, we trust you, we handpicked you, you're our guy. Here's the guaranteed money. It's going to be about $40 million in guarantees, and $100 million contract or whatever it is. But he's going to fall into that. He's above top 15. He's going to get above top 15 money. He's going to be close to top 10, close to top 10 to 12. I mean, it's just what the market is going to call. It's what the market is going to demand. You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely do.
So,
but
anyway,
we got to start.
Yeah. So man, look here. We got Christmas early. We don't have to worry about whether it's going to be Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, or this Allen kid from Wyoming.
Or Luke
now
Falk.
we can go out and we can build offensive linemen. We can do what we did in 2010 when we got Mikey Potty and Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
We can build this offensive line up, and that's really what built us up to get us ready for the 2012 through 14 run with Jim Harbaugh is when we drafted those two offensive linemen. So let's go and get the best offensive linemen we can get in
and
draft,
get busy.
Then also in free agency, and let's get ready to roll.
There you go, man. Good stuff, man. We can talk more about this contract tomorrow because that's fun stuff, man. I really,
yes, sir.
Boy, I tell you, I hope you get some time tomorrow to get back on us. Okay, we're looking for you.
Hey, I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna try to call back, man. But Merry Christmas to us. We got it, man. We got the quarterback.
Have a good night, Win.
All right. Good night, man. Go Niners, man.
Yes, indeed, man. I tell you, this is just overwhelmingly good stuff. Finally, a ray of light comes into Santa Clara because each and every year, let's get this guy and see if this works. Let's get this guy. Now you got guys in there that don't fool around. They'll get the guys you're supposed to get. I can tell right now. Let's go. It's Nighthawk.
What's up, Rambo?
Nighthawk, you and Jimmy G.
I'm happy too.
Nighthawk, next year when we do our thing at the beginning of the season, and I say how many games you think we're gonna win this year? When you go down through the list and say we're gonna beat everybody, I'm gonna be right with you, man. Because you know what? The 49ers are gonna make some drastic changes. People have no idea because they didn't see this coming. And everybody's talking about, well, how's it gonna work behind that offensive line? Well, people they're gonna be straightened out about that offensive line in a minute. But they're gonna ask a few minutes later. We'll see. But go ahead. Now, what are you thinking on this?
Well, I think it's okay, but like I said, if we have an offensive lineman, that'd be better too.
Well, they're coming. Trust me. And I say that with all the confidence in the world. Nobody's tired of that offensive line more than John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. People need to know that. There's going to be an all-out push to get offensive linemen next year. So I ain't even worried about that. I just hope they get me a dog coming off the defense. Yeah, Hoyer's already been cut. He's on his way to his next team. What else, Nighthawk?
Well, I mean, that's what I have to say. I'm just happy with the pick. So, I mean, that's what I have to say.
Yeah.
So, hopefully next year we do something.
Hopefully. At least compete. So, next year we compete. And the following year, we become a threat. The year after that, get out the way, Hawks. Cardinals are still in rebuild. It's 49er time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can say this. Go 49ers.
Now, you have a great night, man.
You too.
Let me.
Rambo.
Yeah, let me get Wyatt.
Yo,
man.
Rambo.
Boy, things are starting to look bright after we hit the bottom yesterday, man. I mean, Joe Stanley's leaving the field with a broken face. Solomon Thomas, his leg has got to heal. I mean, Jimmy Ward breaks his arm. I mean, what else could happen to us? So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to sleep. I say, Jesus Christ, God, what is it? What did we do? So, all of a sudden, boom, got a quarterback that's worth the damn. So I'm excited about this. Hey, what are you thinking, babe?
Yeah, man, it's. I mean, this whole thing took me by surprise. I was just listening to KMBR and heard him state that Jimmy Garoppolo got traded to the Niners for a second-round pick. And at first I thought he was joking. I'm like, oh, okay, haha. But I could tell from the tone of his voice after he kept repeating it, just like, oh man, like
he's serious.
I think this is serious, you know. So I don't know, man. It took me by surprise. I'm not gonna say I don't have mixed feelings about it.
No, you should.
And the craziest part of it all is that this wasn't in the works for this whole trade wasn't in the works for long. It actually only started this morning.
You think so? Wait a minute.
Where'd you get that information? That's what Adam Schefter reported.
It was just something they worked out today before the trade deadline.
Today. It was like a 1 day fucking. They just started it this morning.
But why do you believe that? Because here's the thing. Because Belichick is not the kind of guy that makes knee-jerk judgments. I mean, I can't imagine if they weren't talking. They were talking quietly when nobody could find out. I do not believe they just came to that conclusion within the hours since this morning's sunrise up until now. I really have trouble wrapping myself around that possibility. But go ahead.
Well, that's what Patriots fans, they're all saying like, oh man, you know what, we should have traded him last year for a first round pick when we had the chance. Or it's like, how come we just didn't wait till the end of the season and get something out of him? But they couldn't have, because he would have been a free agent, and the only way the Pats would have been able to keep him is by franchise tagging him, which would have been paying him more money than they're paying Tom Brady right now.
I know,
and who the hell fucking pays their backup QB more money than a guy like Tom Brady?
It was not going
to happen. So they had to get something, and they had to get something for him now.
Yep.
And hell, I guess Shanahan. Well, Shanahan said he liked Garoppolo and Derek Carr in that was it 2011 draft.
Right.
But then the Browns, did the Brown thing and fucking drafted Manziel.
Mm-hmm. So
when he was with the Browns. So, oh man, we'll have to see. Right. It's definitely an upgrade for sure, no doubt about it. Yeah. Well, what do you think about it, Ronbo? I know you like it.
Because first of all, as I say, I love the seasoning, and I love where he's been sitting. And I've seen him in action, and he looks good in action. Now, I don't know how that's going to translate to Shanahan, but I do know Shanahan. And if he's got the right clay, this guy can build a monster. This guy is the right clay. That's why I know Shanahan's going to turn him into one of the biggest fiends in the NFL within the next 3 years. This is one of the biggest reasons why I like it. And they're going to spend the money they need to spend on the offensive line, because they don't have to pay Kirk Cousins the farm. And Garoppolo's going to get it around mid-level money, because he's not been a pro. I mean, he's not been a starter yet. So he's not going to get starter salary. But they're probably going to give him incentive and bonuses, and they'll say, let's come back and revisit your contract. 2 years, Jimmy, you can be one of the highest paid guys in football, okay? And you'll be already in it, so it's not going to be a cap hit against. We're going to work it out. You're going to have incentives and bonuses that you're going to be happy with. What do you say? And Jimmy probably got on the phone and said, hey, you know what? Don't worry about me walking out on you guys in the season. Let's do this. And I bet you that's how it went.
Yeah. And the Patriots had no choice but to.
They were going to lose everything. Exactly.
Well, you know what? I think they probably would have kept him if they had some kind of better deals set up, but they had no choice. Yeah. They had no choice but to trade him.
They could have went to the Browns, so that's the only thing.
And it looks like they're going to live by Tom Brady and die by Tom Brady.
Yeah, they are too.
He's going to be a Patriot.
But look at Brady the other day, though. White. It looks like he's going to go another 3 years. So they're not worried.
Right. Yeah.
So let's continue this tomorrow, man.
What else I was going to say? I guess if I had to be a Debbie Downer in this situation, I'm pretty sure Matt Castle was a backup to Tom Brady for 4 years as well.
Was he really? Was he there for that long too? Okay.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2005, and he was there till 2008.
That's
and that 2008 season, that was the season where Brady tore his ACL, and then Matt Castle came in, and then he actually got into 11-5 record that season. But then they lost to, I forget, I think it was like the Ravens in the playoffs and like the wild card or something.
Oh, well.
And then they traded him to the Chiefs that following year. So
sometimes things work out that way.
I will say that Garoppolo is definitely by far, I mean, from what I've seen, I think he's a lot better than Matt Castle ever was. He's definitely the best backup in the Tom Brady era by far.
And he'll have one of the best coaches to work with. I mean, we're talking about a real serious quarterback guru. Why? We got to go, man. We got 30 million people tonight. It's insane. Let me talk to you tomorrow, man. We take a little more time on it, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
All right,
Wyatt. Man.
Thanks for calling in.
Good night. Go Niners.
And we go now to 8th year area code. You're out in Salinas, California, my hometown. When I was a little boy, and went up to Salinas High and had a little girlfriend in high school and everything else. And we used to stop by, what was my favorite bakery, and buy a bunch of garbage every day after school, after walking home down Main Street. Oh, I forgot. We're doing a program here. Hey, Salinas, who is this? 831 area code. Hello.
Ronbo.
Yo, who's that?
What's up, Ronbo? It's your boy Tommy Arcade. What's up, Ronbo?
Tommy, what's up, man?
Hey, we're in it. We're in it to win it, bro. We got a better quarterback, man. Like you said, Shanahan's going to make this guy into a competitor, dude. He's going to go and kick some ass out there.
I seriously believe that. I really do. Shanahan wouldn't have went after him and pursued him, I don't think, had he thought something good about him. Especially this goes all the way back, Tommy. So, yeah. What else you got?
Yeah, I'm watching the highlight reel right now.
Are they showing highlights already?
A couple games he played when he was with New England, and I'm telling people he's been learning from Tom Brady for I don't know how long already. So this guy's thirsty, man. So we spend all our first couple draft picks on that offensive line.
Oh yeah.
This guy's gonna be throwing some bombs.
You and me are the same on that offensive. I don't care how many draft picks you use. Get an offensive line. Every year we're crying about. If we just had an offensive line. I'm tired of crying about if we just had an offensive line. Get the offensive line now. Get one through free agency, and get a couple in the draft, and let's stop with this foolishness. Yeah. Go ahead.
Seriously. Mm-hmm. Remember that year when Seattle had I don't know how many offensive linemen? They did good that year because they just kept swapping them out every game, and they had so many guys for their offensive line, and it's like, Russell Wilson had all the time in the world back there for like 1 or 2 years. Mm-hmm. And now Garoppolo, he's going to be reading defenses. We haven't had somebody that's reading defenses, reading defenders. It's time we start tearing these teams apart and dissecting those defenses and watch where those cornerbacks are. And, it's always good. His play style is good.
You got to get him at least one premier wide receiver this year, though, Tommy. Who would you be shopping for, man?
Yeah.
You got to go through the Sunderland and out of the draft, you got somebody else in mind? How you going to do?
Oh, man. I mean, how many more hours do we got until the trade deadline is over? we're cutting it short right now.
Today? I don't know if they're going to make it. You know what? This is like with John Lynch, he may be working on a wide receiver now, but I don't know who's available now. So I don't know if they may lay back on that. That may wait. So I can't see it happening today.
Throw all the money at Deshaun Jackson. Get somebody. I don't know. Fuck.
He'll be talked to. You're right. He'll get some conversation.
The thing is too, we're gonna need at least 1 or 2 other receivers, and he's gonna be connected with Pierre Garçon for sure thing. He's gonna be hitting him a lot. Garçon's gonna be making those plays where he gets the ball and he takes it for another 12, 15 yards because he wants to run some dudes down. That guy's a monster, so this shit's gonna get real interesting real soon. And like that guy earlier was saying, he said he doesn't think this type of trade was something that was in the works. I think they really wanted Garoppolo for a while now.
I do too. He talked
about it last year. A good buddy of mine told me, like at the beginning of the year, he mentioned it to me, and he knows his Niners football. He was saying, it might be a good idea to go after Jimmy Garoppolo. Spend that little bit of money on that veteran quarterback. So we can put C.J. Beathard as the backup, have him learn from Garoppolo. This is perfect. This is great.
Yeah, Tommy, let me stop you right there though. Tell you what, man, we're looking good, and Tommy, if you get a chance, get on back tomorrow night, man. And we'll extend this.
I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, Ronbo. We're going to the top.
I'm feeling you on that. All right, Tommy.
Playoff form. Hey, Ronbo, Niners.
Have a good night, Tommy. All right, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, come on in, man.
Hey, what up, Ronbo? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. How you doing?
Oh, good. Happy about this trade.
Oh,
Patriots just saved us from going 0-16.
I know. Well, you know what? I don't see him getting a lot of time in this year. I still see CJ pretty much being a quarterback for a while because, Jimmy's got to come over. He's got to learn a lot of things going on with Shanahan's system. But, I wonder how many weeks would he be able to plug in? Would it take 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Because it's going to have to be a fundamental thing. So, I don't know.
I think he'll be back by Seattle.
Yeah, somebody else said Seattle, too. Maybe. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Because there's a bye week 11. So he could come back by then.
And they can work intense. You give him crash courses between then and there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyways, it was a good move by John Lynch because if you look at the draft right now, none of the quarterbacks are doing good. Sam Darnold, interception machine. Josh Rosen, taking L's over and over and over. And then, Josh Allen, he's doing awful.
Yeah. Josh Allen didn't Josh Allen just win this past weekend?
I don't know.
Was he killed?
I dropped. I'm not paying attention to him anymore.
Yeah, it seems Josh is the one shine. They're moving him. Rosen was considered the best. I think Josh Allen moved up on him this past weekend. I'm not sure. But I thought it, because I don't pay attention to college football that seriously until the end of the season. Mm-hmm. But I think Josh Allen is riding pretty high right now. So, yeah.
He's been struggling lately, but I don't know. You may be right. The guys that I was wanting us to get was Josh Rosen and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And, we got him here.
There you go.
So
you were never a Kirk Cousins guy then.
Huh?
You were never a Kirk Cousins guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
I always thought he was a product of his system, a product of his environment.
Yeah.
You saw he had Sean McVay, who's a great head coach, the Rams' great head coach.
Ooh,
right. Then you had Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon, a great wide receiver core, and that great offensive line. I think he was just a product of the system.
You could be
of
right.
his environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good thing we don't have to overpay him now that we got Jimmy.
Yeah.
But I think the future's bright.
I hear you, man.
What do you think about the trade?
Oh, I feel so good about this trade. Because as I say, I don't want to go reach in the draft and hope this guy. I get tired of hoping this guy works out. And often they do. But you need to pick him in the first round. Some of the second and third round picks, they might be okay, but chances are they won't. So, I still, you look down to the last few years. Who are the guys that prospered on the first round draft picks? Trubisky's so right now, but he may be better next year. And I look at you look at Wentz is a monster. That was a good deal. Goff is looking like he's a monster, but that could be, like you said, that could be because of McVay. And you look at Winston, James, and also you look at they're
all right.
Yeah, and also the Tennessee Titans quarterback. I like these guys and all, they're okay, and I don't know how well we would do with them, but you want that guy that's really well seasoned. And by the time we get him on the field, you just have to teach him the system. So that's why I like Garoppolo so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm excited to see him play. I need to cop his jersey too. Hey. I think he's getting number 12. Huh?
Is that
wearing
right?
Tom Brady's jersey?
Garoppolo, they haven't given him a number already, have they? Yeah, you're right. That's gonna be the hottest.
I was looking up his stats, and they had he was already listed on our team, and he had the number 12 on him. So you don't know. God. Maybe he's rocking Tom Brady's number. So.
That's going to be the hottest number from now until next season. You watch, see, because Garoppolo, you can see he's got star quality. Come on. This guy's got a dimple in his chin. He's got a quarterback for the 49ers. Girls are going to go nuts. Guys are going to say, that's my dude. Yeah, it's going to go crazy, man. Hey, we gotta go, bro. Talk to you tomorrow if you get a chance, all right?
All right, good talk, Ronbo. See you,
bro. Hey. Let's go to the bad guy, of course. Let's go to Razor. Razor.
Ronbo.
Razor, where are you at on this deal, man?
I like it.
You like
know
it?
why I like it?
Why?
Okay, so I know the Patriots' backup quarterbacks in the past have not done good with other teams.
Yeah.
Matt Castle and Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
But the difference is, Belichick wanted to keep Garoppolo, and last offseason he wanted a 1st and 4th round pick. So that's how high he thinks of him, and now he's like, fuck it, I fucked up, 2nd round pick. So knowing that, Belichick doesn't want to lose him, but Tom Brady is still being Tom Brady, so he's gonna trade him away. So I wouldn't be that scared because of the Matt Castle, Ryan Mallett history. I really like Garoppolo. He looks a lot better. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty excited. I think he'll do good.
I do too. I really do. You know, there's no need to compare. I mean, between Castle and Mallett, which one of them was the best? Do you think? Between
Matt
those
Castle.
2 guys. Yeah. See.
Because Matt Castle actually had one good year in Kansas City, and after that, he just started tanking.
Yeah. See, and you know what? It has a lot to do with system. And if McVay can make Goff into a star like he has, because let's face it, had the Los Angeles Rams not gotten rid of Mr. I can't win a football game, Goff would still be struggling. So that's why I know if you bring a guy like that to our coach, Kyle Shanahan, he'll turn him into something. That's almost guaranteed. Yeah. I feel very confident about that.
And we didn't give him a 1st. We have 2 2nd-round picks, so we only lose 1.
If it
doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So
nothing. We didn't get killed.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling next year we're going to bring in Gary Kubiak to call the plays on offense.
Maybe they got the same kind of system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they should bring in his dad for like offensive quality control, so that he can work with Garoppolo, because he kind of reminds me of Jake Plummer. I don't know if you remember Jake Plummer.
No, I remember.
You know
Jake.
who he is?
Yeah. Yeah. Jake was around for a few years.
He was really good with Mike Shanahan. He was quick.
Yeah. See, that's why I like who he's surrounded by as well, like you're saying. And, you know, his dad is going to get involved most likely because, you know, he's hearing a lot about he's got too much on his plate. So Kyle's going to go with the guy he trusts the most. His dad's going to probably say, listen, I'll handle that for you, because he wants to get back into the game anyway. So look for that to happen next year, too.
Yeah, and then Garoppolo, he will not wear number 12 because that number is retired.
Who do we have at number 12?
It was I never seen him play. I'm only 25, but I guess his name was John Brody.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's Brody's number.
Yep. Well, so Brody was 12.
Well, it's definitely not going to be on Garoppolo then. Yeah, you're right.
and then
Brody's the legendary 49er of all time. So yeah, you're right.
Yes, and then Bourne is number 10, unless Garoppolo wants to buy that number off of Bourne.
Yeah, that's not his to sell. Bourne, you know what? They want to make a deal. They got to deal with the 49ers and tell Bourne, take that shirt off, man. Give it here. But Garoppolo's probably not going to come in to make waves with none of his wide receivers anyway. So, you know.
Yeah, so this moves means we're not taking a quarterback and we're not getting Kirk Cousins. So
so you're happy.
I really want to get Barkley. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh! Barkley's in the mix now, though.
Yep, I want Barkley with that first pick. I don't care what nobody.
But we still need I need an offensive lineman, though. But listen, we'll see what happens in free agency. You know what? You might be onto something there, though. Razor, we got to go, man, because we got to cut it by a little shorter tonight, because we got thousands of people waiting to get in. But let's continue this tomorrow night on Raw. We're running Raw on Tuesday night this week. Okay?
Got it. And one more thing. Next year in the offseason, Allen Robinson from the Jaguars is the free agent wide receiver.
Ooh.
I think we go after him. That's all I got.
There you go. All right. Here's Razor. All right, let's go to Chris. Chris, go ahead, Chris. You got Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback, man. What are you feeling?
What's up, Ronbo?
Jimmy G.
It's like that one caller said, bro. Christmas came early, bro.
Wrap that present up, put it under the tree. No, unwrap it now. We're opening it right in the middle of October, end of October. Man, this is a good deal. I feel so much better. Man.
I feel, man, this is going to rejuvenate everything, bro. Man, in the beginning, I was like, man,
Solomon Thomas went down. Joe Staley went down. Trent Brown went down.
It got dark, didn't it?
Garzon's a little banged up.
It got dark.
Yeah,
you're right. I forgot about Pierre.
And then Gilman went down too. And then I was like, whoa, everybody's like getting injured. But
man,
this kind of like brought a little light to the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's dark.
But I'm gonna make this shit short because I know you have a lot of people want to get their take on this.
All right.
I feel great, man. This guy was like one of the main guys that I've been wanting to get. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Kirk Cousins too, but with the whole, they had to pay a lot of money to get him. It was probably the best move to trade for Garoppolo.
Oh yeah.
But hey, Ronbo, you never know, man. I mean, like the last caller said, they could get Saquon Barkley and then trade up on the draft against the number 1 and get that guard that I was telling you, Quentin Nelson.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on Quentin. There's a guy in Oklahoma too that Trey pointed out too. I saw some tape on him about a month ago. His name was Orlando something. What if
Mike McGlinchey?
No, that guy's from Notre Dame. Mike's from Notre Dame, right?
Oh yeah. Who are you talking about again?
I think Trey said he was from. Is he from Oklahoma? The guard or tackle?
Oh,
he's a tackle.
You're talking about Brown?
Is his first name Orlando?
Orlando Brown? Yeah, the
that's Orlando. Yeah. I know. Well, see, Trey has already gotten rid of. Yeah. Trey got rid of Joe Staley on us, but that's okay. We'll see, because he may have to come in and train a year. Joe could actually get hurt or something could happen, so he could be Joe's backup until he gets brought up to speed. Because Joe's only going to last a couple more seasons at max, right? So you bring Orlando Brown and let him work with Joe.
Bro. He's hurt. That guy's been beat up from all the damn games. And man, that guy's worn out, man.
So you bring in this guy Brown, and you got Trent, who's only he's going to turn into more of a monster within the next year or so. I don't know about Garnett. But I know we could get another guard and another center. Please get us a center and another guard. And I think we're ready to rock and roll, So we'll see what happens to that offensive line.
I don't see the Niners now drafting a quarterback. I agree with you. Hey, Sam Darnold, all these little scouts right here, little kissing Darnold's ass. Like, oh, he's like considered the best quarterback. Nah, bro. I've been saying some football with him, man. He makes a lot of mistakes, man. He chokes a lot.
He's only a sophomore. People got to realize, he just got out of high school the year before last. People have already pegged him as being the next big thing. I said, you know what? I like to see my quarterbacks in the second year of college and see what they look like then. So Darnold is starting to look like, what you just said. And Rosen has his days. And then you got the guy up in Washington. There's some good quarterbacks around that look good in college, but their consistency is a little questionable. And every time the receivers graduate, Juju Schuster-Smith is over in Pittsburgh, and that's what made Darnold's game go down. Yes. So, there's a lot of things that happen to these guys. What do they look like when they're under adversity and have to deal with new wide receivers and guys that aren't exactly as good as the guy that they had? Because it might have been that guy that was making them look like a star. So, it's a scary thing.
It makes sense for a team like the Steelers that they have Big Ben to get a quarterback, because that way they could groom with him. He could learn from the veteran.
Sure.
Or another team like the Chargers, they groom on Phillip Rivers. It makes sense for a team like that that has a veteran to draft a rookie like the Packers did with Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and that's
it makes sense. But the Niners are not in that position.
Exactly.
And then, who is the rookie going to learn by? Brian Hoyer? Even though that was already out of here, but Brian Hoyer ain't going to teach shit, bro. Like, no. Like that's why I give more props to CJ, because he had Brian Hoyer and back to learning from man.
Nothing to learn from.
That guy picked up a lot. Like quickly, he picked up a lot. So props to him. My hats off to him.
All right.
But
Chris, we got to stop there.
Either that, draft Saquon Barkley, or you know what? They could trade down, bro. They could trade down. They could get Matt some.
Look at you, man.
And you could still address that.
You're already.
Left tackle. We could probably address that left tackle that you're talking about, or Mike Lynch or whatever.
You're already in the preseason. You're already in the preseason conversation, man. But listen, Chris, we got to go because we got 30 million people waiting to get in tonight. Appreciate you, man. Come on back tomorrow night, okay? When it calms down a little bit, okay?
Oh, for sure, man. It was good talking to you, bro. Hey, fam. I told y'all we're gonna get better. Just trust the process and trust in Shanahan. All right.
There you go.
All right. Take it easy, Ronbo.
All right, Chris. You too. Let's go to Jamal. Go ahead, Jamal.
Ronbo!
Yeah.
Oh man, this week was so tough, man. You come off that Cowboys loss. I'm in Austin, Texas, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting shit all week.
Oh.
Then we get slammed by the Eagles. We lose almost everybody. It seems like to injury.
Oh.
And then the Seahawks, they get better with Dwayne Brown from Houston. It's a Pro Bowl left tackle.
Oh.
And then I'm just on Twitter scrolling, and I see it. Man, I see the light.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're on their way to the
Jimmy
playoffs.
G.
I know. And you know what's so funny, though? They've only got Dwayne. Now, let's see if that helps enough, though, because they almost lost yesterday, if not for a last-minute mistake by the defense.
But they gave up so much for him.
Go ahead.
They gave up a second, a fifth, and a Jeremy Lane. So I'm like, dang, that's a lot for a left tackle.
That's how
we gave up a second for a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, see, who did the best deal? It was us.
Not Seattle. Man.
I can't wait. You know
All
what I
I'm
can't wait
saying
to
is
see?
Kyle finally got his guy.
I just hope they don't bring him out there
you
too
look
soon.
when he was in Washington, he wanted Kirk. They got RG3. Him and his dad wanted Kirk. They got RG3. He went to Cleveland. He wanted Derek Carr or Jimmy G. They got Manziel. Now he finally got someone he wants. Yeah. I'm like, there we go. I mean, don't say he wanted Brian Hoyer, but let's be honest. He didn't want Brian Hoyer.
No,
come on.
He was Plan B. Brian Hoyer's Plan B only because he knows Kyle Shanahan's system and he didn't have to teach him everything and everybody else. It was like a kindergarten class. I got my teacher's aide here, Brian Hoyer. But Brian came in and screwed up, so, you know. Well, you know what?
He's that one kid that got held back that, you know, I guess, well, you know.
But you know what? The thing, in fairness to Brian Hoyer, though, there was no way anybody's going to get any work done behind that offensive line. So this is what I think. They've got to work that offensive line to get it stronger, you know, and let's move forward with that.
That's what I'm saying, man. They need to draft Connor Williams out of Texas, man.
Everybody's got an offensive line. Okay. Connor Williams. I got to write all these guys' names down so I can go check them out. I got Orlando Brown, Connor Williams. I already know about the guys in Notre Dame. So, you know, I'm going to start putting those guys up on the app. Anybody got any suggestions?
That's what I'm saying. Either that or draft Saquon Barkley. I told you that a couple weeks ago, Ronbo. One of the post games, I was like, man, someone in a mock draft said we take Barkley.
You know,
I'm like, I don't know. Hyde's doing pretty good, but
I want him, man.
It don't
but,
matter,
you know,
man. We got our quarterback. Man, I'm so happy. Happiest 0-8 team of all time.
I know. It's priorities, though, man. I wish to God we could get Saquon Barkley. But I don't know how we're going to get Quan to get an offensive lineman of any quality. That's what, right?
Yeah.
I still don't know how they're going to do it. There must be a way. I'd love to have Quan. It's just, you know, I can't wait to see what they're going to do, man. It's going to be real creative what they do, and you know this, but we got to wait.
I mean, it's so much more helpful that we get him now instead of in the off season.
I agree.
Just because he has all this time to learn the offense.
Ooh.
He gets to be thrown out in the game and, you know, play and see what it's like, and, you know, with the offense.
There is another
It's just so
plus.
beneficial for him and us. Oh, man, I'm so happy.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's so true. He can start getting a head start on the program with half the season still going on. God, that's a good point.
Exactly. And then next year in the offseason, he'll be ready. In training camp, there'll be no learning curve. He and the backup, CJ, will know the offense like the back of their hand by that point.
And a
but
lot
all
of the
they
guys
have
on
to
the
do
team
is just
as well.
get the new players and get them, you know,
up to speed. Jamal, we got to go, man. Tell you what, come on back tomorrow, will you? On red and gold.
Oh, of course, man. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to be waiting all day for that.
Ah, good. All right, be looking for you. All right, Jamal. Let me go to 209. You're in Merced, California. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what is your name?
Oh, my name is Joseph. I'm actually from Los Banos, California, but yeah, close enough.
Hey, Joseph. I've been through Los Banos. I like that area, man. Beautiful. Well,
Nice.
Joseph, what do you think, man?
Long-time listener.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just interrupted about what do you think about, but go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say about the long-time listener stuff. I like that.
I'll say I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I've actually interacted with you on Twitter before. We didn't see eye to eye on something. We just had a miscommunication. But
wait, what is your name again?
Yeah, on Twitter it's Splodum.
Oh yeah, on Twitter, what is your name?
At Splodum, Splodem.
We had a disagreement on something. What did we disagree on?
I forgot what it was, but I remember I sent you a DM and I said it was a misunderstanding. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I forgot what it was.
I I remember you now. Yeah, and I explained it was all right. It's good. I might have misunderstood what you were saying too. I remember now. Yeah. All right. It's one of my good about the Niner fan. We understand each other. All right.
Yeah. Cannot complain about this move.
Absolutely not.
You know, listening to the callers and just hearing people's concerns and whatnot, even if they don't have something worked out with him ahead of time, which most likely they probably don't, because I'm betting his agent ain't gonna let that happen. But
probably
at the very least, they can franchise or transition him. But this is how I'm looking at it. If he goes into free agency this next year, he's probably looking at what, Brock Osweiler money or Mike Glennon money. So what, 15, 18 mil a season?
Yeah.
But look at his body at work. There's not much there.
Yeah.
So he'd have a hard time asking for top dollar. He's not going to be able to get top dollar. There's not much there for him to go off of to command that. So I'm thinking they're going to be able to lock him up for 5 years, 75, 80 mil, whatever. And that's not that much, because your other alternative, looking at, the Niners fan base, being what they are right now and how frustrated, I don't want to spend 30 mil a year on Kirk Cousins. I just don't.
Yeah, no.
Not at
that
30 years
bothers
old.
everybody. I agree. Everybody bothers with that. You know what, though?
And not only that, but if you look at the team, they're not a quarterback away. They're not.
Yeah.
So the way I look at this is they have something to look at. They can see what this guy does against NFL defenses.
Yeah.
They can, they're not going into a draft mentality or looking at those quarterbacks saying, well, they might work out, they might not. This is a lottery ticket, but it's a little bit different because this guy, like I said, he has a body of work. They can see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And bet money, Shanahan and Lynch have been looking at him for a while. And they probably figured out if we had our choice of having this guy or anybody in the draft right now, no brainer.
Mm-hmm. Easy decision
That's how
to
I
make,
see it, at
wasn't
least.
it? Yeah, I agree.
So they got him locked up. Even if it's just one more year after this, which I doubt it, they're going to get him locked up. But
yeah. And then
now they go to the draft thinking.
You mentioned his agent,
we
though.
We can get best player available.
Yeah, that's you know what? But they probably won't give him a 5-year deal, but they probably give him a 3-year deal with a lot of incentives. And to look forward, if you look good after 2 or 3 years, you do realize, of course, you will be the top paid quarterback in the NFL. So you got to give that. You got to dangle that carrot.
You're right.
Yeah, you got to dangle that carrot. And the agent's not going to go for anything less than that. But you got to dangle that carrot out there so he really works hard. I don't want to make a fat cat out of it because how many guys you see get paid and they turn right away to mush? So you got to give him something to go for. So.
Yeah, you're right. That 3-year going-in deal looks good just so he can kind of prove himself and then go after the big money. You're right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But now they can focus on the draft on the areas of need.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a quarterback that might be a bust. You got your quarterback set now. Now they can focus on getting Barkley, who I would like to get,
I know,
or getting the offensive line right.
It, man. Barkley's on top of all of our lists, man. We know what we need.
Barkley was bad.
Oh, the dude is bad, man. But we all know we need an offensive line for Barkley to be able to work, for Jimmy to be able to work. But offense, that's not the sexy pick. Sutton, or what's his name, the wide receiver, that's just bad. There's so many guys.
Hey, but you know who else wasn't a sexy pick when he got picked was Joe Staley. Look how that turned out.
Yeah, I know. See, that's why
Cornerstone.
Yes, indeed. See, that's why you got to get let the sexy pick wait. Go ahead and get the guys that can make the team work. So yeah, I agree.
That's right.
We got to go there.
That's right.
I tell you what. Joseph, we got to cut this short. But listen, let me talk to you tomorrow. If you get a chance, get on into Red and Gold Radio, man, so we can cut up a little longer.
I got it. I'll be there.
All right, bro. Talk to you.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right, you too. Let's go to Daniel. They call him Daniel. Da-da-da. Daniel, where you at, man?
Ronbo.
Yeah, Daniel.
All right. So basically, I kind of want to, start by breaking down the trade, and then kind of go into what I think about Garoppolo, the contract talk. We can kind of save for tomorrow.
Okay.
But as far as the actual trade itself, it is a win-win for both teams. I don't think the trade doesn't get any more even than that. If you're looking at it from the Patriots' perspective, they have they're pretty much committed to Brady for the next at least 2 years, and it just puts them in an awkward situation with Garoppolo if they want to keep him around, which I definitely think they did. They probably would have had to franchise tag him next year and pay him more than Brady. So they're looking to get someone at this point. then as far as the draft pick that they got, you're happy if you're the Patriots. When you think about your typical first round pick for the Patriots, it's about the same exact spot as the second round pick that the Niners just gave them. So they're usually picking on the back end of the first round. So that's it's an even trade all around. For as far as Garoppolo as a player, I'm excited for sure, but you can't. He doesn't have that much body of work, and I'm just as being a free agent next year. What do you trade? What do you offer him? What do you do? Do you give him a long-term contract, or do you just franchise him next year? What are you thinking on that?
I'm thinking 2-3 years. I think I'd love to give him, if it was me and I could talk him into a 2-year contract. Jimmy, you give me some reason to pay you. I guarantee you. I'll give you a blank check and you keep that, okay? After 2 years, if we're doing well, you fill in that number and you get anything you want. I'd put it to him within reason, I just want him to know we're not going to do you. If you help us out here, we're going to take good care of you. And that would be the thing. See, because I don't want to give you a 3-year, 5-year deal and you just sit back and rest on your laurels after about a year. If you
definitely not a long-term contract. And to me, you put him on ice this year. Don't start him. Do not send him in that dumpster fire. Don't do it.
Oh yeah,
wait until next year. Let him learn the system and have him compete for the starting job next year.
See, you and I agree on that.
The rest of the year and even give CJ. Don't give up on CJ. Let's still see what he's got. And
sure.
This is pretty much the best situation you can have for both quarterbacks.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing that worries me though, Daniel. Now CJ, Hoyer was sent packing, so there's Jimmy G training on the sideline. I'm worried that if the way he takes a lot of hits, but he's really tough. So maybe the 49ers are thinking about that. If he gets hurt, who's going to come in? And Garoppolo, I agree with you. I don't want to see Garoppolo on the field at all this season. Let CJ finish this season out and let him learn on a weekly basis in practice. And then he gets into preseason. He knows what's going on, and they get everything up to speed. But don't put Garoppolo out there behind that offensive line. What if he gets hurt? Then we're really screwed.
Yeah.
Not
worth it. They'll build around him. And if because we're gonna have a high pick next year in the beginning of the first round.
Yeah.
If we can get Barkley, because I want to build up the offensive line just as much as the next guy. But what is the value pick? If you're sitting there at a top 5 pick and Barkley's sitting there on the board, is there really going to be an offensive lineman that you'll take over Barkley? Is it going to be worth it, or do you just look to build in? I want offensive weapons. If you sign Barkley, you've got Garoppolo, you've got Garcon, you get another wide receiver, and that offense is looking
ready
like
to roll. You know what? Maybe they can take care of the offensive line in free agency. Because look at the Rams. I don't know how the Rams got a very tough offensive line out of nowhere. So maybe the 49ers can pull that somehow. That's what I want to see. And a lot of those monsters, they got them out of free agency. So we'll see.
And then just last note, I know you got a lot of people on.
Go ahead.
Actually, a quick note too. It's really Brian Hoyer. I'm thinking, and it makes sense that he was cut as part of this trade.
Sure.
And the Patriots, they're going to go grab him as Brady's backup. I'm thinking.
Yeah, because he's been there before.
They didn't want the 2-year contract. So I think Hoyer already made like $7 million this year from the Niners.
Right.
Patriots probably go and sign him for the rest of the year, give him maybe like another $2-3 million.
Sure.
And then they're not married to him next year.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he'll end up in New England.
Probably. He's been there before. I mean, that's where he started, right? So, it's not like he's unfamiliar with the system. So, that's probably what happens. You're probably right. They've got their backup now, and 49ers have got
that's
their
probably
future.
another thing that they're getting on the end on that trade.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
But,
yeah. He's not part of the deal, but he
that's pretty much that's pretty much it for me. I said, tomorrow I want to sit and think about. I definitely want to talk about the contract that he might get and how it's probably going to affect. You're looking at Hyde next year. Do you bring him back? All that. So
it's good. All this is going to affect him, right? You're right. All right, bro. Have a good night. Let's go to Miller. Miller Maritza. Miller? Hello. Miller, you're down in San Diego, California.
Yep.
San Diego. Hello. Miller.
Hello, what's going on, Ronbo?
Miller, I'm telling you, man, the sun is all of a sudden shining in the Niner Empires. What? What's going on with you?
I'm with my bro Evan right now. Him and I are excited. It's like Thanksgiving and Christmas over here.
All at the same time.
One day. I'm like really excited, man. What I'm thinking is that maybe next year we should trade our draft pick. I don't know how you think about that.
Probably will. You're talking about the
Maybe
first
trade our
round?
first round draft pick.
Yeah. They probably will. And get some more picks.
I want, honestly, I heard Jimmy G may start against the Seahawks. I'm not feeling it because Seahawks have a D-line and our O-line has been performing terrible. I don't want to rush as a QB, man. I'll maybe start him against the Jaguars or Nah, not Jaguars.
No, not them either.
Maybe just start him against a weak team,
He'd have to start this week. Miller, where did you hear about this thing? Somebody said something about the Seahawks, him starting. But where did you get that information?
It was Adam Schefter. I got it from Bleacher Report. I heard that he was going to start after the bye week that we have.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
Like, damn, I don't want him to
So that's
start
already
because
out
our
there.
O-line, they got Sheldon Richardson.
No, I don't
I'm
want
just scared.
I agree. I don't want him
wanna
starting
rush him.
against those guys either. So, unless the 49ers are you know what, though, Miller? It could be the 40. Next thing we may hear about this monster offensive lineman from out of nowhere that's signing up with the 49ers. They've got to get some O-line help from somewhere, and they may make a deal before tomorrow. So, we'll see. Because that's, man.
Ooh, I hope so. I heard that T.Y. Hilton is on the trade block. Hopefully we could get him for a little cheap price.
Why would T.Y. Hilton be on the trade block? Strange.
Same with Vontae Davis and Frank Gore.
Frank Gore's being dealt now too.
I wouldn't mind us if I woke up seeing that T.Y. Hilton is a Niner.
I got to do some reading. All these people that are being offered, I did not know. I've been doing other things all day, and I didn't realize some of these. I just fell upon this one.
From what I heard is that the Browns, Eagles, and 49ers, I believe the Jaguars too, they were inquiring with the Colts about what do you guys want for T.Y.?
Interesting.
I wouldn't mind T.Y. I don't know about Vontae. Vontae's kind of getting old, injury.
Yeah, I'm done with Vontae. Yeah, I wouldn't want him. But T.Y. is not that old, and God knows he's an extreme threat. So, that's something to think about. We'll see.
He's an extreme threat.
Yeah. He killed us. He was the reason why they won.
See Garoppolo drop dimes to T.Y.?
Oh. And you know what's so funny? Because Jackson's going to be available at the end of the season, too. And we'll see. There's a lot of good things coming up, so we'll see. I tell you, Miller, we're short. Go ahead.
What I hope is if we can't get T.Y., I hope somehow we could get Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
Him and Pierre Garçon, two physical receivers on the outside, Marquise on the slot. That wouldn't be bad.
That would be good because people need to stop that. People don't have any respect for Marquise Goodwin yet, but I do. I lost a little respect for yesterday, him being manhandled.
I gained respect. He started catching more balls.
Yeah. And nobody can stay with him.
Every Niner fan that I talked to, they said that, Marquise Goodwin, he's only known for just doing fade routes and catching passes and burning corners.
Yeah.
I like Marquise. We were using him right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to do more than just that. Exactly.
He's not being used as a deep threat. He's just being used as a balanced receiver.
Is it? You're absolutely right. I appreciate that. All right, we got to go, and let me talk to you tomorrow to get some time on Red and Gold Radio. Okay.
All right, go Niners.
Yeah. There's Miller. It's Sean the jeweler. Come on in, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Well, Sean, are you feeling this deal, man? What do you think?
Well, regarding to what the last caller was talking about, there is trade rumors about T.Y. Hilton. They are they quietly put it out there that they're looking for something for T.Y. Hilton. And he's also correct that they're also looking for something for Frank Gore as well. Wow. There's 4 teams out there that's on the market for T.Y. Hilton. He's absolutely correct. That's out there. And, I thought that was a good point that everyone else is talking about the same thing and whatever and how happy they are with. Jimmy G, and then there's some people who have mixed feelings about this. I have, man, look, that's great. I don't give a shit if you go out there and give me Tom Brady himself. I don't care. We need an offensive line because ain't nobody can perform behind what we got with the offensive line.
Priority
but I think what this shows, this isn't so much we got Jimmy G. This is now we really got to focus on our offense. Now we really got to focus on what we got to do to develop these players and moving in the right direction on how they feel. Okay, this was a starting point of starting to build this offense. It's the starting point. Yeah, they made some good pickups in the offseason with the receivers and Juszczyk and everybody else. But I think now they're starting to show, okay, we're really trying to move in a certain direction. There's things that we need to get done. It's not necessarily that it's Jimmy G. I believe Jimmy G is a poor man Kirk Cousins. It's how I feel about it. Now, am I going to say that he's not going to come out here and get it done? I'm not saying that. But I think they took a route. Shanahan knows he's not going to be able to get Cousins next year. I think he knows that. The Redskins are just going to make it happen with Cousins. I think the next best thing where they wouldn't really have to be hurt in a pocket, a guy who's learned within a system, a winning system, which you stated, which is great. But at the same time, this is a guy that's, on his resume, it shows that he's a champion. Okay, but 2 games is what he's played. And out of those 2 games that he's played, he got smoked. One thing that I'm concerned about.
Wait, Sean, who are you talking about? Sean, who got smoked?
One thing that Garoppolo, when he got hurt, when he was playing for Brady, when Brady was out on his suspension, he got hurt.
Yeah, but the first 2 games he played, he did not get smoked.
Yeah, but the game when 20% came in and played for him, why did Garoppolo leave?
Well, he got hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely is true. I speak the truth, bro.
Yeah. No, I misunderstood. I
know,
misunderstood.
I'm fucking with you. Hear me out. I got 5 minutes. You got 2 hours.
Go ahead.
Hear me out, player.
All right.
Okay. Can you hear me for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you. But one thing I think what this shows is that they're just trying to move in the right direction. It's not so much that it's Jimmy G. It's just showing me that they're trying to make moves to get it going in the right direction. Now, an offensive line is absolutely important, man. It doesn't make sense to get Jimmy G and not do anything with the O-line. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. They're going to bring in an O-line, and they're going to give C.J. Beathard and Jimmy G the opportunity to duke it out for next season.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do. They're not bringing in Jimmy G right now to play behind this O-line. That's not what they're doing. They know that Brian Hoyer is not the guy of the future. They know that. So they're giving Jimmy G a fair shot to come in and learn 8 games within this system for this season to give him a fair shot to come out and compete next year for the job. It's not about Jimmy G. It's about which 2 of these guys is going to make it happen. If it comes down to, and one thing you got to remember, man, C.J. Beathard, okay, and C.J. Beathard and Jimmy G, both these guys, they're smart guys. They're smart. Now it's going to come down to who's got the more grit, who's tougher, and what can Jimmy G really do with a solid offensive line and within the 49ers organization. And it's going to go through the same for C.J. Beathard. This isn't for the 2017 season. This is for the 2018 season moving forward. Does it make sense? They want to give Jimmy G the opportunity to excel for 2018. They already know Brian Hoyer is not the guy.
They've already cut him. They've already cut him.
So we can get him somewhat used to the system going in 2018 system.
Yeah. Hoyer's out of the picture already. In fact, that last idea
absolutely.
was he's probably on his way to New England, like that one caller just said a minute ago, to fill up that void left by Jimmy G. So that's a conversation that's done. But it's going to be interesting, but you just pointed out, I kind of find that kind of interesting, that next year you see CJ competing against Jimmy G. That would be interesting. We'll see. But of course that would be the case because they're going to look. They always say, we're always out here watching the competition. Nobody's promised anything. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely not. So it's not about, to me, it's not about, oh, yes, we got Jimmy G. No. This is a sign of, okay, now we're really going to go after our offensive line. We're really going to go after offensive weapons. They're really going to focus on offense this year. And they might pick up one or two cornerbacks, but I think from this moving forward to the 2018 season, they're really going to hone in on offense. And that's what a lot of us was screaming at last year.
Absolutely.
A lot of us was screaming offense last year. Not too many of us were screaming offensive line. I think, and I myself included, I think I overlooked the offensive line, and that's my fault. Okay, so I should have plugged in on that, but now they're showing, okay, now we're getting ready to hone in on the offense. We're going to make things happen on the offense. It's not, we got to think past Jimmy G. It's not just about Jimmy G. Now they're trying to put the pieces together on offense. I think we got to stop thinking about, yes, we got Jimmy G. It's not about that. Now they're trying to really develop the offense. They know they went in too hard. Okay, on defense within the draft. They got a couple guys on offense and veteran pickups. Because if you look who they picked up on the offense, okay, Garcon, veteran. Marquise Goodwin was already in the NFL. Juszczyk was already in the NFL. Okay, so now they got a lot of veteran-type guys, but now they're really going to start honing in on the offense. They're going to develop some young guys. They're bringing some veterans. They're really – this offense coming in the 2018 is going to be serious. They're really going to hone in on this, and it's going to start with the offensive line. They're not going to bring in a new quarterback and not do nothing with the offensive line.
Oh, well, that goes without
saying.
They're not. Yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah, they're not. They're not just going to bring in Garoppolo and say, okay, Garoppolo, here you go. No, they're bringing in Garoppolo. They're starting to put in the pieces into place. Now they got C.J. Beathard. They got Garoppolo. Now they're going to build an offensive line from here all the way until the preseason of next year, and they're going to fucking let these guys duke it out. Just kind of like how me and you were talking about the other day. We're talking about bringing the offensive line and let them compete. This is what they're doing. Now they're going to build the offensive line, and they're going to fucking let C.J. and Garoppolo duke it out.
That's going to be an interesting battle. John, we'll be taking bets like we like to do between preseason and opening day, okay? But anyway, hey, John, we got to go, Sean, and appreciate you, man. But see, tomorrow night we'll expand on this a little more, okay?
Yeah, holler at your boy Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. All right, John.
All right, man.
Have a great night, John. All right, let's go to the Riddler.
Ronbo.
Yo, Tony.
Why?
Well, because they had to do something. I mean, you're not gonna get Cousins. Washington's not gonna let him go. This reaching into the draft for a quarterback is so risky and scary. Why not get a well-seasoned Garoppolo that's been sitting behind a legend for 4 years, and he's already got pretty good skill sets on his own? It could be the right move. What do you guys? What do you think?
Ronbo, do you also know who sat behind Tom Brady for about 3 years?
Yeah, I know everybody's mentioning those guys, Castle and what's the other guy's name?
No, we just cut him.
What?
Brian Hoyer.
Oh yeah, was Brian over there for 3 or 4 years too?
2009, he got drafted to the Patriots.
Yeah.
Just like Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
Just like Jacoby Brissett. Just like Matt Castle.
I gotta tell you, Brissett looks pretty.
We
good,
got swindled, man.
Yeah.
I am not sold on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
We don't have a second-round pick now. Everybody says we have 2 second-round picks. Yes. Well, actually, no. We had 2 second rounds. We had 1 second-round pick. The Saints own our other second-round pick, and now the Patriots own the other.
Oh, is that right?
We don't have a second-round pick.
The Saints own the other second-round pick? Listen, you know what, though?
Yeah.
When you have as many, I mean, we're going to be pretty high on the first round. We're going to be like number 1 or 2 in the draft, right? When you have that, you can get yourself a second-round pick, not to worry.
I agree, but I don't know, man. Like, I just don't like this move.
Well,
I don't know what it is about it.
Tony, I'm curious.
And Sean,
which direction would you have taken for a quarterback next year? Because you're going to have more than C.J. Beathard next year. C.J.'s going to be okay, but I got a feeling that C.J. might be a backup type quarterback. His arm strength is questionable, but he may have been. His instincts are good though, and his anticipation is good. But I'm not sure that he'd be a franchise quarterback. I think that's what the thinking is with Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, you contest that if you want, but go ahead. What are you thinking?
No, I think Sean hit it on the head because do you know why? I mean, Matt Barrows tweeted out, Kyle Shanahan thinks Jimmy Garoppolo is a lot like Kirk Cousins. So when Sean said he's the poor man's Kirk Cousins, it's kind of true.
Well, he hasn't done anything yet.
I think he can. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying he hasn't done anything. So you got to make him. At best, you make him a poor man's Kirk Cousins. But what if he comes in the league? He hasn't had any time. He's got a small body of work, very small. I think it's hard to make that kind of call. We've not seen enough of Garoppolo. The little we've seen was pretty good, but he's not been out there for any length of time. So that's why I balk at that type of evaluation. But go ahead. Let me hear more.
Well, if that's the case, we don't even know if he's as good as Kirk Cousins.
True.
And
True.
I wasn't too thrilled about giving what it would have taken to have got Kirk Cousins anyway. So my thing about it is, you know what we have seen? We've seen Bill Belichick turn like horrible QBs into at least serviceable quarterbacks. How many times now? I mean, and from the limited sample size we have with Jimmy G, yeah, he's good, but he was fucking surrounded by Julian Edelman, Gronk, an all-pro offensive line. He's got Bill Belichick, possibly the greatest coach ever, over on the side. Dude, it's not. I don't like it, man. I think, and Lynch, John Lynch. This is going to be this decision is going to have
ramifications.
Yes. Yeah. Well, my point is, at the end of the day, when John Lynch retires or he gets fired as our GM, I'm hoping he retires because I hope he's here that long. But
that means right because he's doing a good
we're
job.
We're going to look back. Yeah, we're going to look back as a moment that either made us or broke us.
Yeah,
so,
that's pretty serious. Could be. It could be the wrong move. But Tony, with quarterbacks, what would you have done about the quarterback situation next year? You're gonna get a backup for CJ, or what are you gonna do?
Well, now that you actually put it like that, that does make a lot of sense, Ronbo. And to be honest, I get that way of thinking, but sometimes inaction can be the best action.
Yeah.
I think they could have figured it out.
I've seen that happen.
But I don't like. I just don't like it, man. we only have.
Tony. Did your mom ever give you a spoonful of nasty things like this is good for you? It's your iron. It's cod liver oil or something like. You remind me of what mom used to put things in my mouth to make me. Everybody wants their children to be strong, so they give them this and that. I remember she'd have me spoonful of this. It was like I'd want to pass out. It tasted so bad. You remind me of me when you make that noise. It's not that
you like
bad,
castor
Tony.
oil or something.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna bounce up out of here.
Poor Tony. He's not a happy camper today. You might like it better after week 2 of next year. See what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not sold, but who knows? Maybe he is our guy. Maybe he isn't.
Yeah.
And remember, clear the lines. If there's anybody else that wants to get in here.
Yeah, people have been pretty good about that tonight. Everybody's been clearing the line, so yeah, we're okay with that. All right, Tony. Tell you what, man, let's see you tomorrow night, okay? Remember, it's going to be Raw tomorrow night. We postponed Raw tonight. We're definitely having it tomorrow, though. All right, Tony. Have a good night, buddy.
All right, man.
So there you go. There's 2 bodies in a row. We got to phone out. There's 2 guys in a row that are not excited about Jimmy G. And, of course, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we got Ronald McGee on the phone. Ronald. Hello.
What's up, Ronbo? First time, long time, my man.
Yeah, hey, what's happening, man?
Shout out to DeMille. He put me on to you, bro.
Oh, did he really? Hey, DeMille. DeMille's cool as can be, man. He's gonna be in San Francisco this week.
Yeah, look, I totally disagree with old dude that just got off the line. Look, the choice is not Jimmy G. The choice is, do we take Jimmy G now, get 6 games out of him? Or are we looking at possibly Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson territory? And that's not where you want to be with the top 5 pick.
Yeah.
There's too much, there's too much smoke in the wind about Sam Darnold going back to USC next year.
Because his stock.
And then this type of move kind of says Darnold may be their guy.
Yeah.
I don't think we catch Cleveland. I don't see where Cleveland gets a win, and I think we can pick up one, and even in injury mode status against the Giants or Chicago. So that takes Josh Rosen out of play because, like I said, he's been the consensus number one dude
for weeks.
I don't agree with everybody that's saying Saquon Barkley should be the pick.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley is just a back.
And we need an
flashy
offensive
plays do not a complete back make.
Yes.
Damian Harris from Alabama is a better back who would have equal or better numbers, who has 100 less yards on 50 less carries than Saquon Barkley.
Hey, everybody doesn't know about that.
Josh Adams from Notre Dame is a better back, and you can get back second, third, fourth round.
Yeah.
I'm like, the guy we want, if you want to pick a top 5 now, we're not going to take a quarterback. The guy you take is Minka Fitzpatrick. He is that dude that you can plug in at free safety, and he can be the center fielder. I'm like, he's already shown for the last 3 years he can play that role. He plays all over the field. I'm like doing what Eric Reed is now doing at linebacker, playing a star role, playing center field, playing free safety, playing corner. He's like that Swiss Army knife dude. You stick back there free safety and say, we're good for the next 10 years. Another thing that does is that moves Jimmy Ward. You can move him to corner. And all right, there, that's 2 spots with one stone. That's 2 spots with one dude that you've improved just off of that.
This will off of one move. You're right. That's.
I'm like, I haven't heard anything that says. Well, I don't know what the wideouts look like this year. I haven't really looked too tough, but that's got to be a position we've got to fill.
Yeah, Cortland seems to be the premier and consistent. What's his name? Cortland Sutton. His last name is Sunderland. This guy is the one who's getting all the rave attention. I always worry about that though. When the Golden Boy #1 wide receiver gets too much attention, I start to worry. Same with quarterbacks. So we'll see. I wonder if they'll go into the draft for a wide receiver, or will they search around for free agents? It's going to be hard because you can never find a #1 wide receiver through free agency. It's always through the draft. So that's something I wonder what they're going to do. I really do.
Because I'm like, you've got to have it. I'm like, I mean, Trent Taylor's going to be a nice slot guy. And
well, he's a slot.
We're going to take recent history in a Chris Hogan, Cole Beasley, Marquise Lee type mold.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a guy that can go across the middle. I'm like, but, and, you know, Pierre Garçon is that veteran presence. He's a solid #2 guy who is playing up to a #1 right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know y'all like Marquise Goodwin, but he's a burner. He's not a #1.
No.
I'm like, and just looking at the last 4 or 5 weeks, not including Sunday, the drops are, and some of that you can say is ball placement by Beathard.
Yeah.
But the drops over this season have been in some of the worst times.
I agree.
To have Butterfingers, Goodwin, Robinson, Kittle. My goodness, I'm like, just
leading the league.
I'm like, there's a win in some of those drops there somewhere.
Hey, I tell you what, we go 5-1 if they pick up half the flags and they just make half the catches. That's why I was crying about. You know what? Everybody's crying about switching to quarterback. First of all, the offensive line needs work, and these guys need to catch the ball. That was my whole thing, right?
I'm like, and the thing is, it's not even the whole offensive line.
Yes, it's just a couple of guys. Exactly.
Are very good tackles, but they're hurt.
Exactly.
The center position is what needs fixing first and foremost. Fusco's okay at guard. Laken Tomlinson has came in, and he's all right.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them just have super duper blessed in blocking.
Yeah.
But as much as folks like Kilgore is basically supposed to be the man up front, but he's been, I'd say, the weakest of the 5. And if he's the weakest of the 5 and he's the one in the middle,
that's we're in trouble.
Like, that weakens everybody from the inside out. And then injuries, oh my.
It's
so
we can't deal
we're
with
looking
that.
at what is Trent Brown due back next week? Have we heard anything on that?
No, but you can just go ahead and imagine he's been out with concussion protocol. I don't know how serious it was, But normally people get over that after 1 week. Now, hopefully, and you can't promise, but I guess Trent will be back next week. I guess.
So I'm like, and I know Gillian's probably not going to be back depending on how serious
He's on the IR.
is. So,
he's already on the IR now.
and we don't have another tap.
Nobody takes his place.
And we're sitting out there. We put 2 guards out there. Why do we have 2 guards and not maybe a 4th tackle? Like, that would be a question I'd have. Defensively, I'm not mad. Defense came to play, but dang, you can only do so much.
And I know they defense. That was so sad. Ron, let me hold you there though. In fact, join us for Red Go Radio now that you know about us, man. You know, you got the Ronbo Sports app. You get Red Go Radio.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, because we do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
No doubt. I'll be on. I will be listening tomorrow for sure.
All right. Be looking for you. All right, Ronald. Have a good night. Appreciate you.
You too.
All right. Let's go to Mark. Yes, go ahead, Mark.
Ronbo, the man, the myth, the 49er fan, legend, Ronbo. How you doing, man?
Way too much, but I'll take it. I'm doing great, man. Cause, I think maybe 80% of us are great with this, and maybe there's a 20% that are, I don't know about this deal. So, but where you at in this, Mark?
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I was getting out the shower on TMI, but checked the phone real quick, and the alert came up. I shouted, I screamed. It's not that I'm a Garoppolo, super fan or anything, but it's better when we got. It's better than what we was gonna get.
Most
so
likely.
I'm just excited, man. This is the type of stuff you want to see as a fan, which we weren't seeing with the, dare I say, Trent Baalke era. We're seeing movement. We're seeing, a team, an organization trying to get to the top.
Mm.
So for those of you who don't like Garoppolo, I mean, what would you rather us do? Just sit still and hope, So, I mean, I just think they went with the decision based on the information they had versus, guessing in the draft and everything else.
Oh, and see, Mark, that's what I'm talking about. They're not going to go for a quarterback in the first round. There's something going on in San Francisco and Santa Clara where they do not like to spend their first-round draft pick on a quarterback. So going this route, you already know what you got in Garoppolo, and and Shanahan knows what he can do with him. So I figured that was a safe route because Shanahan wouldn't have got Garoppolo for a second-round pick. He wanted Cousins, and he knows he could have made Cousins into something better than what he is now too. When you go with Shanahan and you have any kind of basic skill set, he's gonna make you work. I mean, look Matty Ice. Look at him over at Atlanta. He looks like crap now.
Right.
Why? Shanahan left. It was all about Shanahan the whole time. So I keep telling people, don't underestimate Shanahan. Yeah.
And I don't know that, we talk about Castle and all these other backups but were they as soft as Jimmy?
I
don't recall that. I mean, I know they got some good deals for him, but I don't recall 2 years straight everyone's trying to get these guys, those guys.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know what I'm saying? I don't recall the Patriots holding on to him and demanding a first-round pick for 2 years straight. And I just don't recall. I know they got some good deals for him, but I don't recall the hype over those guys like this. And I don't recall that those guys went to offensive gurus like Shanahan.
Yeah. See, these are all things you got to count in the mix too. I mean, you look at all those negatives, but you got to look at those. You got to look at the positives too. See, and you just brought up a couple. See, that's I agree.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it, man, and I actually want to congratulate Beathard, man, because it could have been him. It could have been him out of here, and he could have did horrible, and Hoyer could have been back in there, and we picked up Jimmy. I think Beathard, I got to give him some praise in regards to how he's handling the whole situation, in regards to his offensive line.
Oh.
Like I heard you talk about on the show how tough he is.
Yes.
Man, the dude took a beating.
Damn.
And I don't count him out either, Ronbo.
No, there's no need to count him
on
out.
this.
I'm just saying, I think, and like Sean, the jeweler pointed out, it could be a competition. There's no way to look at that right now. It could be a competition at next year preseason. Maybe Beathard wins.
And I think, right. I like Beathard. I think his arm strength is questionable. I thought the more you see a guy, you're going to see more weaknesses. At first, you take the initial shot of adrenaline when he got put in, everybody was happy. And then you start to dissect him.
Yeah.
But what he's shown is he got heart. He has instinct. And what he also, we blamed Hoyer. And you were kind of, you you were right. The offensive line sucked.
Yeah.
But Beathard really made you see it because when
got
Hoyer's
worse.
there, he's just folding in the middle of the.
Yeah. You
He's
gotta
folding in that pocket.
But poor Beathard, I gotta give him even more excuse. The offensive line got worse since he's come back. It's worse than it was.
But that's what I'm saying, and he's moving.
Yes. God.
So
yeah.
Hoyer didn't have any pocket presence.
Yeah.
And that, so we weren't sure. And then you get Beathard in there, and he has 10 times the pocket presence of Hoyer, and he's moving and trying to make something happen, and he's still struggling with the offensive line. So,
the thing is, because
though it was warranted.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to have room. The receivers need time to run the routes. If the defense is on you in a less than a 2-second count, what are you going to do? That's why you see CJ trying to get out of there so he can find a receiver, since the offensive line already gave it up. So, that's why oh, man, this is a mess. There's no quarterback can work behind that line.
Yeah. It's a win-win for both organizations, Ronbo. I just seen Randy Moss, he just was on ESPN. He said he believes that Garoppolo can help get Garcon back to that top 10, top 15 status as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So those are Randy Moss's words. So, I'm excited. He's worked with, Garoppolo also, I think. Wasn't he there?
Didn't Randy leave before? How long was
it prior to? It might have been.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it should have been, yeah. He's been gone more than 4 years.
Yeah, but
anyway,
you're right. But I'm excited, man.
Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next. I'm feeling good about it though. Let me see you tomorrow night if you get a chance, will you?
Yeah, Ronbo. I'll be back to let me holler at you Tuesday.
All right, Mark. We're looking for you, man.
I'll be back.
All right. Have a good night, Mark.
All right.
Let's get all over to Bishop.
Ronbo.
Bishop likes to come over and tell me every time I get pumped up on Instagram. Bishop likes to come over there and pour water on my smoking. I mean, just rage. And Bishop come over and pour water right all on top of my head. Say, no. See, this is what you should expect this, and this, and this. And Bishop's been doing that to me. He's been doing that to me since preseason and game 1. And here we are now at 0-8. And Bishop was right on everything he said. Damn it.
Not everything. You got 85%, man.
Well, yeah,
Ronbo, man, this is. Oh man, I'm man, Ronbo. Hey, Jimmy G. I'm already calling him Jimmy G. You were one of the guys I wanted us to try to get in the off season.
Oh, you like this deal?
Dude got a lot of upside.
All right.
Oh, I don't want to say I love it, but in my mind, I kind of love it. I'm not. Look. I hear people talking about the Matt Castle, Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about
Brian Hoyer. First of all, you can't compare those quarterbacks to Jimmy G. Jimmy G was taken in the second round. Brian Hoyer was an undrafted undrafted rookie.
That's true.
First and foremost, Ryan Mallett, I think he was taken in the 7th round.
Is that right?
It was Matt Castle was taken in the 7th round. And
because I didn't.
Who was the other guy? Yeah, Mallett. He was taken later than Garoppolo. And Jimmy Brissett, I'm gonna keep it real. He looked better than Brian Hoyer and C.J. Beathard so far this year. And he played behind.
I wouldn't have said
Jimmy
that, but
G.
since you did,
So
I agree.
I don't understand. People just look at it from a simplistic perspective. You got to take and then there's so much other factors that go into that whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a system behind them, you get Kyle Shanahan, the quarterback whisperer.
Yes.
You might be working with something. You build an offensive line around them.
Mm-hmm.
You might be working with something. But we don't know. We don't know for sure. So we can't sit there and say he's going to be like Ryan Mallett or this, that, and third guy. We should stop that right now. Just take it.
Because the environment's going to be totally different.
Read a little bit. Yeah. Totally different situations. But I'm like loving this move. I say that. I'm on the fence, but my on the fence is not like for anything bad because the guy has major upside, and we still got a second round pick.
Yeah,
we had 2 second-round picks.
Well, no,
I don't know what that was.
Somebody
like 5-6 callers ago was talking about.
Was he telling? He said that somebody's got our second-round pick. We traded away a 1 second-round pick. Oh, that was Tony. He said we gave the other pick to the Saints.
No, we got that from the Saints. That's what it's like. We
he had it
got that
backwards
pick from the Saints.
He had it backwards. He got
it back.
I was immediately going to go read up on that as soon as we got through here today. So you got it already. It's the Saints that gave us a pick. We didn't lose that second-round pick.
Yeah, and let me say this, because people say it could be a gamble because we don't have enough tape. That's when any pick in the draft. We don't know for sure with none of these players. None of them. That goes for offensive linemen, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, punters, whatever. Cowboys. It don't matter. We don't know. Nobody knows for sure till you see the product on the field.
Bishop, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, though. Do you think, as I'm a free agent, and I know that Jimmy Garoppolo's over there, the quarterback, because I don't know how people feel about CJ as far as players around the league, but would you be more tempted to come? I mean, if you're Deshaun Jackson and you're over there, I got my 1-year contract. Kyle gets on the phone, Deshaun, you want to come and play with Jimmy G? Am I going to say I'd rather do that? If you tell me I'm coming to play with my new quarterback that I'm still working on, and I'm molding him, getting him there, what are you going to do? Which one are you going to trust?
Even though it's been two games that he's played, I think you'll go with Jimmy G because other people have spoken highly of Jimmy G.
Yeah.
A lot of people have spoken highly of Jimmy Garoppolo. Other coaches want him, so it's people in the NFL that see something that the casuals don't see. Yeah. That's what people don't realize. They see something. They didn't see that in Matt Castle. I remember. Nobody was talking highly about Matt Castle.
Wow.
Nobody was talking highly about Ryan Mallett like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's and the only reason why he's been a backup because he's playing behind the greatest quarterback in modern time. So, come on. And he learned. I can't say to learn from him because,
But he's in practice with him every day.
From him, but bottom line is, it's a great trade, man. This is a spark that we needed.
And Bishop, you got to pick up something. If you're watching Brady all the time, there must be a few things you picked up. Because you just can't sit there and ignore. What do you sleep? Of course. Well, that's why I said I know he picked up some things from Brady, just like Rodgers picked up what he picked up from Favre, and he made it his own game later. See,
exactly. And let me say this. We're comparing a 30-something-year-old Brian Hoyer to 26-year-old Jimmy G that could be in his prime. Yeah, come on, really? That's what we're doing now?
I know.
That was riddled with injuries?
I agree.
You know I'm going to reel it in, Ronbo. You know I'm going to reel it in.
I know.
With reason.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Even if I'm having a good time, here comes Bishop. Bishop, come on back tomorrow night, man, and add some more. So we'll look for you then, okay?
All right, definitely. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. There's Bishop. As I say, if you see Bishop on Instagram, look out. Don't get too excited about it. The Bishop will straighten you right out. It scares me to death. Let's go to Joe.
Hey, Ronbo, you there, baby?
Joe, I'm here, man. What is going on?
You know who this is, man.
I know. I figured that voice sounds awfully familiar.
When you see Joe Rice on the caller ID, it's the two greatest of all times, baby.
Scam.
Listen, anybody that's not happy right now, if you're a 49er fan and you're not happy, if you're not jumping for joy right now, you're a fucking idiot, bro. We won. We just won something today, Rombo. A fucking 0-8 team just hit the fucking lottery, baby.
Feeling it. You know I'm feeling it. They tried to calm.
No, Rombo, I don't think you understand, bro. We're getting a Bill Belichick, homegrown, raised under Brady for years. Last year came in for 2 games, Rombo, balled out, 117 passer rating, 500 plus yards, plenty of touchdowns, blew out both teams he faced, including Arizona. The man hasn't had an opportunity. He's in his prime, Rombo. We won. So we need to get an offensive line to protect this fucking guy.
Got to. And
it's looking, I mean, come on. How excited are you, bro? Let's be honest, Rombo.
It cannot be measured, Frank. I'll put it that way, man. Well, as soon as I read the news, I went through a flash, man. I says, what? I mean, I literally went nuts. I says, finally, thank you. Give me somebody I can get excited about. I'm excited. They can't make me come down. Frank, I'm with you, man.
Bro, we got a real quarterback. We have a quarterback that's coming. Brady's backup. Rombo is our quarterback. I don't think think it's really registering because, you know, we're 0-8. We're not really understanding this. But here's something that I want people to chew on. When Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns, during the draft year of Jimmy Garoppolo, that was the number 2 on his mind. He was eyeballing Jimmy the draft year. His number 1 was Carr, and his number 2 was Jimmy, Ronbo. This isn't a coincidence, bro. This is a calculated, strategic move, and my jaw's dropped. I'm so fucking happy because we need to be happy. We needed something, Ronbo.
I can
this
feel
was
it.
huge.
I can see it, man.
Who the fuck wants to come to a 0-8 team, Ronbo? Do you know how many players we just lost in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
We just picked up a top quarterback. I mean, the top 20. You know that he's top 20 off the rip, bro. If you did the list right now, Ronbo, up and down, bro, he'd be in top 20, bro, right off the rip, baby. Like get excited, Niner family. Get excited because we finally have somebody that can throw the ball, that can think. He's very intelligent, Ronbo. He's a very intelligent quarterback that likes to throw the ball.
Frank? Did we lose Frank? Oh, Frankie. Man.
Ronbo, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Ronbo.
You. Frank, can you hear me?
I can hear you clear. I can hear you. I don't think you can hear me.
No, I can clearly hear you, Frank. Go ahead, man. We got to cut out. But give me one more Frankisms. I love you. I love your stuff, man. What else?
Bro, basically, I woke up this morning, bro, and I had to put a bag on my fucking head, bro, because we just got decimated. Basically, we held the number 1 team in the NFL to 3 points with 2 minutes left in the fucking first half in Philadelphia. I had these people, they're trying to use weather as a fucking excuse. No, we held Carson Wentz in check. Our defense deserves a fucking gold ribbon, a gold star, and a fucking, and you know what I mean? I'm not even going to get into it, what they deserve. But they were not rewarded, Ronbo. Now we have a quarterback, and unfortunately, he's not starting against Arizona. So everybody out there that fucking, you know, I wish he was. Unfortunately, you know, the rookie's going back in again. And we're going to get 8 a lot. You and I both know that, Rob. But you know the defense that Bruce Arians, the moron's going to bring against this rookie. You already know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But if Garoppolo starts in week 9, Robo, we're going to get our first win in week 9, Robo.
Loved it.
And that's my promise to you.
There you go. Frankie made it, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm ready for that, man. Let me get on back in here between now.
You're the best. You're the best. I just had to give positivity back to this empire, bro. The most faithful, most loyal fan base, the most dangerous fan base, the greatest fan base of all time. How you Raider fans feeling today? How are you Raider fans feeling? Your team ain't shit, homie. I love you, Ronbo.
Back at you,
Niners. Jimmy G, the quarterback. He came to an 0-8 team because they love this red and gold shit. All you haters out there, you wondering why. Why would he go there? Because we're 5-time Super Bowl champion dynasty. You suck, motherfuckers. I'm out.
All right, Frank. Have a good night. I wish Frank had a radio show I could listen to him every night. Frank kills me. Boy, I love that dude. Hey, Raymond.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, yo, man, I'm just sitting back here collecting all the good stuff, man. Raymond, we got Raymond, I'm telling you right now, man, I think we're about to get up off of mediocrity, man. I really do. I believe this is going to be it.
I think we're all right. That was a great move, man. Don't listen to these clowns out here that don't agree with it. Some people are a little... This last caller, he was funny. He was way excited. He was way excited, but, you know, we have every right to be, man. They doing something. They ain't sitting around watching.
That's the point right there.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Be sitting around quietly. We losing every week.
Yep. They doing something. Also, before I called you, because I seen it when it happened, I just wanted to go research this guy, this Garoppolo guy, man, and make sure that he was something, man. He had 2 games he played in NFL game speed, taking over for Tom Brady, and he went 2-0 with no interceptions, and he looked like he got some quickness. He looked like he had a nice few throws, man. We all right. That's better than anything we had
They already canned Brian Hoyer. He's gone.
Yeah.
So we got CJ and this guy. Garoppolo is, and then you think about these draft picks. Everybody covers so much. Like we was always telling you, some of these draft picks never turn out to be anything.
That always worries me.
Nobody talks about him.
Yeah.
But he was number 1 overall. And you had Leaf, a guy they was praising about. At least we got something on this guy in NFL game speed, and he's pretty perfect in NFL game speed. It said when he got hurt. So this is a good upgrade for the 49ers right here. Now we got to get somebody to protect him. So we got to draft on that offensive line. Now, I was thinking about what you was telling me about your boy Rashard. You say he talked to you and stuff, right?
Yeah, Rashard's my boy, man. That's why. Yeah.
What you think about moving Rashard to safety and putting Jimmy Ward in that slot right there, maybe tighten up the defense a little bit? I don't think we need to draft defensively. I think we need to go offensive line and then maybe a playmaker like a wide receiver. We don't have to really worry about a running back. We got Breida, man. They worry about the running. They worry about the wrong stuff, man. We got Breida back there. He's all right. We got Garoppolo coming now. Yes, let's go. Then we get the offensive line built up a little bit. Yeah. And you think Rashard Robinson got some talent. So maybe if you take him off the corner where he got less responsibility, he could probably maybe flourish at the safety spot. And we already got Eric Reed playing that hybrid linebacker, which he looked great at.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe we could take him in the spot where he was at from the beginning.
Yeah. And Raymond, I love the way you say you made Rashard Robinson my boy. But listen.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm telling you right now, next season, Rashard Robinson, and you know what I heard? I read this today. Somebody said Rashard Robinson is now battling with Dante Johnson for the number 2 spot on the roster as far as the cornerbacks go. It looks like they've already vaulted Witherspoon after Witherspoon ranked yesterday on PFF is just the man. So it looks like Akello might be moving up on the list. I don't know. I'm gonna go check into it a little further because it might have been somebody just talking. So yeah, but I don't know. You know what, Jimmy Ward is not going to be your corner because he doesn't fit the mold. We need a long body out there to confuse the quarterback. That's the point of the 4-3. So Jimmy's not really made for corner in this system. So, but Jimmy is not durable though, Raymond. I mean, you get 3 or 4 games out of Jimmy a year. You got lucky. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that. He's got a broken arm. Last year was that. The year before that, it was something else. Every year, poor Jimmy, he's not durable enough for the NFL, and that's what I worry about him. And I'm a little worried about Ruben, too, to be honest. But we can talk about that another day. But, yeah, some of these guys. Raymond?
Yeah, you still there, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to you. I didn't want to interrupt or cut you off or to overtalk you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're dead on it. But you said Jimmy Ward get hurt. That's true. He do get hurt. What do you think Rashard Robinson can play safety?
God, I don't know. He seems like a natural.
No, because safety. The reason why I say that is because he plays corner, and that you got to have more instincts at corner. Like they take D'Angelo Hall in his older years and move him to safety because they say that's kind of for defenders. If we had Robinson continuously getting taught, as to be a good defensive player, instead of throwing him to the trash, we could just move him. Try to move him to safety where he has less responsibility, less chance to mess up, and he'd be able to show his athletic ability in the right way instead of getting torched all the time. Maybe we can keep him. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. And like that might solve the problem you say you have with Jimmy Ward. He keep getting hurt all the time, and we could, rotate somebody else right there. But I think Akello is a good corner. He is on the depth chart. I'm glad of that move. And this Jimmy Garoppolo move, yeah, it's a bright spot. Now I got a post. My heart's starting to beat a little bit because I see we got a decent guy that can play. We don't have to worry about a draft pick in the draft where you don't even know what he's got. Tom Brady, the best quarterback, and they say in NFL history, but we got Joe Montana. Yeah. So we ain't going to talk about that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, he was like a 7th or 6th or something round draft pick. They don't know where these guys going to be at. They don't know anything. They want, like Woody was telling you, they don't even let these guys get touched in the NFL until they get in the preseason game. They don't even do any contact, so they don't even know what's going on out there for real. You have hit or miss with all of these guys. We got a lot. We had Taylor Mays. He was supposed to be the next coming to Sean Taylor. What he turned out to be. He's on the bench somewhere at somebody's house right now. So you never know what do you have. At least we have some type of film in this guy. And what we do have, he was 2-0 with no interceptions. So I mean, he's a good candidate to be better than both of the quarterbacks that we have now.
Yeah.
C.J. Beathard, Brian Hoyer gone. I
Brian's
appreciate
out of
that.
here. Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So we have positive things to look for in San Francisco land. And I think we need to draft an offensive line and get a playmaker like a wide receiver or something and lead the defense the way it is, and maybe move a few pieces around. Those are just thoughts I had.
But number one, get that offensive line where it can actually protect somebody and they can get some offensive plays off and get a running back going. Because, see, I'm going to tell you the truth, Raymond. I'm still keeping El Guapo, man. I'm one of the few people I know that's not going to – I know they're not going to – they're probably not going to sign him because they're going to say we can get a good running back in the 4th or 5th round. So, well, let's talk about that later, Raymond. We got to go now because we still got hundreds of people want to get in here. So, Raymond, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get on back here tomorrow, will you please? See you on Red Gold Radio if you got some time.
All right, no problem, man. That's fine with me. I told you I'm always up. I'm watching every move we make. I'm red and gold to the day I die.
There you go. All right, Raymond. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you. What's up?
All right.
Let's go. Hey, get the Iron Sheik. It's Monday Night Raw, but Monday Night Raw's been moved to Tuesday. So Sheik, come on in here, man. We're not talking. We're not beating up or calling anything out tonight. We're just talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. What are you thinking, man?
What up, Ronbo?
Yo!
What's going on? Before I get that started, shout out to Trey and Trez. Finally, the cousin talk is over.
Nobody said that tonight. You're the first guy that actually realized the cousins talks are over.
Sprinkle, little sprinkle.
There you go. Sheik, that was razor sharp, man. Nobody said anything about that. You're right. The cousins talks are over. Well, you're not going to get Trey to say that because that's his relative. But the thing is, yes, the cousins talks are done, and everybody knows he was going to leave Washington anyway. But still, But go ahead.
Yeah, another thing too. The only reason that this deal happened, obviously they wanted him. Because they wanted a lucrative deal, so they pretty much going to extend them anytime. So they're actually in talks right now. So they're deep in talks right now. So I don't know what the contract is going to be all about, but it's in deep talk right now about it because of this deal.
Wait a minute. Where'd you get that? Is that hot off the wire right now, Sheik? I mean, where'd you get that information from?
I got it from, who was it? Matt Mayoko, I believe, said it.
If Ian Rappaport or Matt Mayoko say it, I'm down with that. Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, Matt Mayoko said if the long-term extension talks stall, this deal will not happen.
Uh-oh. So it's not a done deal yet then?
Well, if the long-term extension talks stall, the Hornets can also do the Washington cousin dance year by year. So they're going to... If this contract does not extend, you're going to do a cousin situation. That's like Washington.
You know what? I feel good. Parag Marafi's in the If Parag Marafi's on it, I feel confident. He'll get it done.
Yeah, I'm confident about it. We don't have a Snyder. Definitely don't have a Snyder. Parag will definitely wrap it up for sure.
He'll make it.
Like he did with Cousins. I mean, not Cousins. Cap. He restructured his contract, and then he obviously got screwed in the end. But still.
But that wasn't Parag. As a deal was written out, it wasn't Parag. That was some other people named Trent Baalke.
That's a name we don't want to talk about no more. But Ronbo, I just wanted to say, with this deal going on, there's no quarterback we're going to get in the draft in the first round. There's two guys that is going to be either or maybe a safety. Is between Barkley or your boy that you probably want is McKinley from Notre Dame. I think they're definitely looking at them right now. So if they want to build, with the Staley situation, he's going to be gone for a partial time this year. They're definitely thinking about the future. So McKinley could be that guy, and he's been, obviously, all about it. So.
You know what I think they're going to do?
so
I don't know. It might
Barkley
be
will
too early. They might move Trent over to the left side and because that comedy that went on this past Sunday with who's going to play tackle, you don't want to have, because they're already killing poor CJ now. At least put Trent on his blind side so he doesn't get killed. My God, that was scary. So, you know.
Right. And also, like, what was it? Kyle Shannon also in this press, he was talking about that he loves his arm, Jimmy G's arm. He thinks he's a really good quarterback. And I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about this trade. You know, like, and shout out to that caller, Frankie, but I'm
he
not
doesn't
a
call
dummy.
enough for me.
I'm
I
not a
love
dummy
Frank.
because, the Pats backups, they're not like, yes, they're a 7th round, 4th round, 5th round. But tell me one name of a backup quarterback came out of the Pats are good. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
But you know what? It'd be still prejudiced to base the next quarterback on what you've already seen, though. That's my thing. Yeah, I mean, this guy has a right to be judged individually, and that's why everybody's making it about the Pats. But I don't think it should be about the guys that have been with the Pats already. I mean, that's not fair. Brady's a Pat.
And the confidence, and another thing too, Ronbo, is that confidence on Jimmy G is very good, and I enjoy that. And he's the presence I've been reading when I was waiting for the call, and I was just reading that everybody's saying great things about him. He's a great teammate. He's a down to earth guy. He could be a team leader. And when he came in, he just took the part. He obviously got injured later on, but he did really well when this game that he played. So he has that team leader kind of status, and he definitely has a nice arm as well. So I think it's a plus that we got this guy because CJ is. I enjoy CJ, but now competition is a must in this team. If you can't cut it, you got to go. So CJ, you definitely need to step up because Jimmy G is trying to take your job. So this competition is real, Ronbo.
Yeah. And for that, it's kind of unfair because Jimmy G has had way too much time in the NFL. And that's why I say there may be a competition in next year, but it'll be short. I don't think that, in a couple of years, maybe CJ can compete for that spot. But right away, I think Jimmy G is going to blow him off the field. But we'll see. We'll see. I ain't going to pass any promise on that.
And another thing, because you're our MVP, Ronbo, but like if you are the Niners coach, just say you're a Kyle Shannon, and you got this trade going, when would you start Jimmy G?
If it was me, Jimmy G would be he would be so guarded. If anybody even suggested to me that we were going to start Jimmy G this season, I would tell him to get out of my face. He's not starting this year. He learns the system. CJ's my quarterback. Unless something happens, then he comes in. But Jimmy G is not going to be touched by those animals out there that are running through our offensive line that's looking like paper. That would be me. And then I'd finish it by saying, things like, "Oh, listen, as long as I'm in charge, you'll do as I tell you to do. The next guy that comes to me and says anything about putting Jimmy G on the field, he will be fired immediately. I make myself clear." And that would be the end of that.
We love it, Ronbo. We love it. But let me ask you, just say John Lynch came in. Just say I was John Lynch, and I came up to you and say, "Hey, we're trying to get this contract with him. Can we see how he looks? I know you don't want to put him in there because you're worried about it, but we need to figure out before we give him that extension."
Yeah, no,
what would you say to me?
I'd still say the same thing. John, you gave me this job. I'm the coach, and remember one thing: the reason you're here is because I okayed it. Okay, so back to your office. Stay out of my way. Let me do my job. That'll be the end of that. Shake, we gotta go, man. I gotta tell a bunch of people here want to wait.
All right.
Come on back tomorrow night. We're gonna do Raw on Tuesday. Okay,
man.
All right, bro.
Definitely. We'll be on Raw for sure, Ronbo. And go Niners, go Jimmy, and hit that like, guys, for Jimmy G and Ronbo, the MVP.
Hit me some like, guys. Right, thank you. All right, great, Cheeks.
Hit that like. Later, man.
Okay, let's go to Hulk. Let's go to Hulkamaniac. Hulk.
What's up, Ronbo Maniacs?
Hulk, man.
Why does everybody keep saying he only played 2 games? Jimmy Garoppolo played like 4 or 5 games when Tom Brady got hurt.
Yeah, 4. He's had a couple of games before, that's right.
You hear Tom Yeah, the year Tom Brady got hurt, he was like 4-1 or 4-2 or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot because I knew he only played 2 last year. He's played 4. He's got 4 on his record though, and all of them he did well. And he's not had an INT yet. That's what I get a rush out of. So yeah.
And that's with like Julie Edelman and regular Robert. That's not with Peter Garçon and
Hey, Bornable, thanks for that correction, by the way. Thank you.
What now?
Thank you for that correction. Appreciate it, Hulk, man. Just chic. Thank you. Shout out to you, brother.
No, everybody would say he played 2 games last year. It's like he played when Tom Brady got hurt. I thought he was like 4-1 or something.
No, those are not the only 2 games. I think last year was only 2, but I think he played more. He's played some other games. I'd have to look back on that, but they say 4. He's had 4 games total since he's been with the Patriots. So I'm not sure if Brady was out or something like that, but I don't remember any other time than last year. But because last year was a big deal because he came in, he was just looking like, wow, look at this guy.
It was like 2014 or something when Tom Brady got hurt.
Okay, see, and that's why everybody's confused.
I thought he.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought he went like 4-2 or 4-1 or something.
Yeah.
And then Brady came back.
Yeah. That year?
But
no. Okay.
boy, everybody was trying to get Garoppolo last year though, but they wanted a first-round pick for him.
Yeah. And you got to give up 2. It's not only 1 first round, but he gets 2 first-round picks. 1 last year and 1 would have been this next year, right? That's the way. That's hardcore, man. So. But anyway,
and about the pick to the Saints, did we give him a pick for Reuben Foster?
No, the Saints had no rights to Reuben Foster. You know what? Tony may have had that. Somebody just
because Reuben Foster was the Saints were up next, and we traded with the Saints to get Reuben Foster.
No. We traded with the Hawks for that pick. Foster was on the phone because the Saints thought they were going to get him.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I got you.
He was on the phone.
I got you.
And Reuben hung the phone up. Oh, wait. I got another phone call. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, 49ers. What?
Oh, John Lynch.
Yeah.
John Lynch is calling. I got to hang up.
Yeah.
He didn't hang up with him. He left him on hold.
And they found out later. Oh, man. But yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't know. Tony came in and said that we gave up a 2nd-round pick to the Saints. And then somebody came right behind him and says, no, we gained a 2nd-round pick from the Saints. So, I don't know what's going on with that. I got to go look into that after we get done here. If you get a chance, you can go look into that. Yeah. Is it the Saints that owe us or do we owe the Saints? So, and the Saints are going to have a good pick, though, this year in the 2nd round, so it's not a really good thing because they're playing good football.
And again, Ronbo, who's the one that blocked the field goal Sunday for the Eagles?
Yeah, who was that guy?
Derek Barnett.
Yeah.
That's exactly who it was.
It was Barnett of all people.
My guy, Derek Barnett. I told you.
We're talking about a big, bad dude. He's got that kind of athleticism, man. God.
Yeah. And everybody kept saying, oh, his arms are short. He's not going to do nothing. His arms are too short. Well,
yeah, I don't know about that. He's doing a good job this year. He's got 3 or 4 sacks. I mean, in fact, I think he's got 4 sacks. 3 or 4. How many sacks is Barnett? I know he's up there, though. He's doing better than Miles. Miles has got a couple of sacks, too, though, from what I understand. I think he's got 3 or 4. But, yeah. But I like Barnett. I told you that when we were talking about it earlier in the year when nobody wanted to say anything about Barnett. It was all about Miles Garrett in the SEC. I said,
I know.
Look at the Garnett stats. Isn't he doing better than Garnett? Nobody knows. Well, so. But anyway, tell you what, let me see tomorrow night, Hall.
He was in the SEC.
Yeah, no,
Barnett's
I know.
SEC.
And look at him. He's a tough dude. That's what the kind of guy I'm talking about. That's what I want. All right.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let me see you tomorrow night.
I know it's late. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, man.
For Tuesday Night Wall.
Yeah. Tuesday night's been moved to Raw. It's been Tuesday night. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
This is celebration.
All right. All right. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go and check out Derek. Derek.
Bo.
Yo, Derek. Go ahead, Derek. You're on, man.
Man, it's
Derek? Derek's got connection problems here.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek, there you are. Derek, go ahead, man. How you feeling about this deal, man? You just got Jimmy Garoppolo out of New England. He's coming to put on the 49er red and gold. What are you thinking?
It's a great day.
Please elaborate.
I mean, everybody just has praised Garoppolo since last year. They said nothing but good, positive things about him. Like the previous guy said, who was praising Mallet and Castle? Nobody was. Nobody was this high. Patriots QB
different
other than Brady.
Yeah. So making that direct link and comparison, that's not fair. I agree. He does not have to be them. It's not so much that they came out of Belichick's system. And granted, Belichick's system does make quarterbacks, it's seemingly a little better than what they might be. But this is just, to make Jimmy Garoppolo Mallet, I don't think so. It just doesn't look that way. But, we'll see about that later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And which one of those quarterbacks has had like an offensive genius like Kyle Shanahan as their coach?
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That is a trump card. It's about the coach. Most of your quarterbacks in the league, it's about the coach. Look at Jared Goff. Who knew he was that good? Look what McVay did with that kid. Now he's like hard to stop, and he's going to get better. Now you bring Jimmy G over. He's got 4 years under his belt of NFL experience. He's had a lot of work. The speed's not going to scare him. I'm telling you, man, I like the way this looks. I do. So, but go ahead, Derek. Derek? Derek may be getting cut off. All right. Now, all right, let's go ahead and go. Derek, have a good night if you can still hear me. Okay. We got Israel. Or Israel.
Yo. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Israel.
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, man, you go ahead, man. You just got Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback, man. How you feeling about that?
Wow, it's feeling great right now. I mean, I just heard it when I was at work. I mean, one of my friends, which first of all, he's a Cowboy fan. He just gave me the news about 49ers getting Jimmy Garoppolo, and I was really excited. I was really excited for this trade.
Good deal. I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to work out really well. We got some other things that need changing, but at least you can't do anything without your franchise quarterback, right? So we got to get an offensive line, but you build the pieces now. Now you can go ahead and build around him, and that's what I like. We're going somewhere. We're moving in a forward straight line now. That's what I wanted to see, and we got it. I think we got it.
Yeah, just remember, I mean, like they say, we're going break by break. It's just like what the show says.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why people are really against this trade. I mean, do you really want to stay still in a straight line? Just stay with Hoyer and Beathard? I mean, we need some help in quarterbacks position.
Don't worry about Hoyer anymore. He's out of here. Yeah, he's out of your hair now. Hoyer's out of here. They already gave him his notice as soon as they picked up the Garoppolo deal. That was done.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys? That is what I'm saying at the first place. We need some quarterback, and ever since I heard Jimmy Garoppolo going to the 49ers, I mean, you know what? This is a good start. This is really a good start. I mean, I know Jimmy's not going to have any weapons if he ever starts this season, but wait till next year. Yeah. I mean, believe in Kyle Shanahan, because this guy. There's a reason why they got this guy in the first place in the trade.
Anybody thinks the 49ers can leave the cupboard bare and just send Jimmy out there with no help? They've got to be kidding me. Lynch is not. He's trying to tell people, don't sleep. He's getting it done. And that offensive line is going to be probably priority one, and it'll fix it. But they're going to continue to put the pieces together, and that's the way it should be. So, don't wait. If you got a deal, you take Jimmy Garoppolo. You don't say I'm passing this for. Hey, we already know what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, I mean,
so get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him during the New England where he was New England Patriots. I mean, I've seen what he can do, and just imagine right here with Kyle Shanahan, and in the next year when we get better on the offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, just wait until next year in free agents. Wait till next year in free agents, and also in the draft as well. I mean, people just keep your heads up. I mean, John Lynch and Shanahan just believe in them.
I tell you, man.
Just believe in them.
You got big money for free agents. You're going to be on top of the draft. It's looking nothing but good, you know. Woo, man! Fun.
And these other 31 teams, they know that we have all the money just to re-sign their best players, and they're scared. Just like you said in the last podcast, they're really scared of losing their guys to us.
Absolutely, you know, man. Because how are you going to re-sign your player? We can top your bucks. Woo!
We got that money, you got that money to re-sign. We got the money to sign all their best players. I mean, whatever we see in free agents.
I just hope somebody doesn't want to play their offensive lineman. I want a blue-chip offensive lineman that's not happy with how they negotiate with them. And the 49ers will find out about it. I guarantee you they will jump on that just like that. Oh, I just wish we would have been ready for the Cowboys last year when they let that, what's his name, go over to the Denver Broncos. So we shall see.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
Just be prepared right now. By next year, it's gonna look bright.
It's gonna look a lot brighter than it does this year. And moving forward, 2 years, the 49ers will be scaring people pretty bad. We'll see. All right.
They will be. They will be scared.
Yeah. Let me see you tomorrow night if you get a chance, man. Come on by Red Gold Radio, 7 p.m. You know it.
All right.
Mr.
All right.
Payne.
I'll be there, Ronbo. And shout out to all the people in the chat room. Just stay positive on this.
Yeah, I know, huh? The chat room. Mr.
Yeah,
Francis.
Go Niners.
All right. Need to answer the phone. Balky's been waiting all night to talk about why he doesn't like I know that's Trent on the phone. That's why I don't answer his phone. Hey, Steph from the Duke. It's Steph. Go ahead, Steph.
Ronbo.
Yo. Steph?
Well, I'll say this.
Steph, get close to that mouthpiece.
We got our first win.
Okay, there you go. I can hear you better now.
All right. We got our first win of the season to me.
Yeah, somebody said that one already. Our first win of the season was on this pick.
Yeah. So I know I'm happy about it. I don't know how you could be against it. I mean, what are we really losing, you know?
Yeah. Some people are a little optimistic because of the fact that the New England quarterbacks of the past, Castle and Mallett, have made people just think, he's going to be another Matt Castle, he's going to be another Mallett. You know, those guys are who they are, and they weren't high draft picks to begin with. In fact, what they did with New England was pretty much, I don't know how they did it actually, but, you know, I don't know that this guy has to be compared to them, so that's what I'm saying. We'll see what happens next.
Yeah, nobody spoke about those quarterbacks, how they do Garoppolo, so.
Yeah.
But I think this year we're gonna honestly, I think we're gonna have to start him before the season ends, because I mean, I don't know if we're gonna just let him sit and not see him play and automatically re-sign him, or if we're just gonna see how it goes a little bit and then make our decision from there.
Well,
I'm still kind of
the only thing I know, I don't know that he can be brought up to speed on the system so quickly. You know, I guess they could run a vanilla offense of some kind. But what I worry about, Steph, is not so much about that. Is if we don't have an offensive line to protect him, you got to protect your investment. You send him out there now and let him go. Now, I sent CJ out there because CJ is made out of iron. You can't hurt CJ. I think you could run over him with a truck, and he would still get up, dust himself off, and wouldn't even say ouch. He is amazing with that. He got creamed this past Sunday, and he walked off the field when the bell rang. Like, big deal, man. These guys, I've been hit by harder. I look, if somebody would ask him, I look for CJ to say that I've experienced worse. I mean, they were okay, but I mean, I've felt more pain than that before. CJ's a cowboy, man. That dude is a badass. I do like CJ, man. In fact, I don't want him. I don't want any thought about getting rid of him because I do like him.
Yeah.
But he needs to finish the year.
If we put out Jimmy Garoppolo in the line, and you never know, we could ruin it for everybody to try to get Garoppolo if we don't resign him.
Yeah, they're trying to work on a deal now from what Sheik was just saying. I just don't want him to get hurt because, as I say, that offensive line is real shaky right now. And if Joe's not coming back for another 2 to 5 weeks, I don't want Garoppolo out there. Just.
Well, I think Kyle will, if he does end up starting him, which is very shaky, but he'll make sure the line is at least
sturdy,
decent,
yeah.
that you could actually get a ball off and connect it to wide receiver.
Oh yeah, because you can't send him out there against. You can't send him out there. You can send him out. No, you can't. You know what? You can't send him out against the Hawks. I keep hearing that. It scares me to death. You can't send him out against Jacksonville. They become the new Hawks as far as defense goes. The Rams, maybe. The Rams. Yeah. The Rams defense is pretty tough, but not like the Hawks and Jacksonville. Who else have we got on you cannot. The Giants defense. I don't care what about their offense. Their defense is still scary. So I don't know where they're going to send him out there. That's why I say what. I don't know about sending him out there now.
We'll see. It gives another excitement about the season. So see how it all plays out.
Yeah.
But it does show us that, or shows me, we're less likely to draft a quarterback this draft. Like in the first, everybody wants the first round draft choices for the quarterback. And I'm like, come on. Let's get a dang O-line before we start talking about drafting.
I know. That's
quarterbacks in the first round.
Absolutely. Bring a quarterback in so he can be killed. Why? So,
Yeah.
And maybe if the kid's smart and the 49ers grab him first. What? No. I'm not coming to the 49ers. I don't have you guys going to be a life insurance policy? Otherwise, forget it. Steph, you know what? Steph, get on back tomorrow night if you get time, will you? And we'll extend a little more time because we're keeping it short tonight, okay?
All right, for sure.
All right, Steph. Have a good night. All right, let's go. Let's see who we got. Lorenzo.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Lorenzo, man. You know what's up, man?
I've been hiding, man. I've been seeing too many damn losses, so I was like, I gotta hide. No, I'm just kidding.
Walking around with a bag inside the house, even. Lorenzo, what do you think about it? Are you happy with this trade? Is this okay with you?
I mean, the way I see it, first thing I gotta say, thank you, Trent Baalke, for all the stupid things you've done. You just gave the 49ers a whole bunch of money and a brand new quarterback. So thank you.
Well,
you gotta thank that part.
You're very welcome. And I knew when
I left,
that's what that was all about. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening, yeah.
I gotta say thank you to that. That's the one thing that's like got me speechless.
Yeah.
And I want to know how the deal went down between the Patriots and the Niners. That's what I want to know.
Well,
how they go down.
Okay, because tomorrow is the deadline for trading, right? So one person called in and said that deal started early this morning and just got over middle of the afternoon. Actually, that's kind of believable, but I got a feeling that conversation's been going on for a long time and it might have been culminated today, but I don't think that was a fresh conversation. I think the 49ers have been talking about that with New England for a while now because everybody knows Kirk Cousins is not leaving Washington. So you got to do something, and you got to do it now. Money. Oh, yeah, and not only that, he's too expensive. But Washington's not going to let Kirk Cousins go. No matter what anybody thinks, even if the Browns think that they're going to make a deal for Cousins, it's not going to happen. So, he's staying in Washington. Washington's not crazy. The guy likes to pretend like he's crazy, but he's not crazy. So they'll get a deal done. So, yeah.
Yeah, they'll get a decent deal. I think they'll be able to tell him, hey, we're going to get your pieces next year. We're going to give you a good deal with incentives, and things are going to be able to work up to. Before you even know it, you'll be the highest paid quarterback.
Yeah,
you'll still be a Niner.
Yeah, and all he has to do is get the work done, and we make sure you're paid. Oh, by the way, if Lorenzo, if you're thinking about it, Angel Torres has just said he's already ordered his Jimmy G jersey online. I didn't even know that they were available yet, so there you go.
Yeah, I know. I just seen a picture of him with the 49er colors in his number 10 jersey, and I was like, damn.
Wait. Number 10? Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be number 10 then, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be a number 10 jersey.
I can't wait till I get through talking to you guys, man. I gotta go find out what's going on. Some of you guys are kidding me already. It is number 10? 10 is.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Number 10 belongs to Kendrick Bourne. Isn't? I thought that was Kendrick Bourne's jersey. No, it's.
I guess
It's
not
good.
no more.
Number 10 is Goodwin. What am I saying? Goodwin is number 10.
Yeah, I guess not no more. I mean, they got from what the NFL Network is showing right there.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they think more of Jimmy G than they do Goodwin. You could be right. I don't, all of this is happening so fast. Somebody here says he's going to wear number 9 according to YMSA. Malachi Jordan says, 17. J-Run says, yeah, he's 10. So I don't know what's going on here. We'll find out. Do we lose somebody? Oh, did we fall off the line? Oh, we have been here a long time. All right. I can't talk until we get through. I can talk. Yeah. I'm fixing my system as we go here. But, yeah. All I know is, yeah. Sahel, remember, as Tony pointed out, Sahel, you're supposed to hang up your phone. So you allow other people to call in. Is that okay with you, Sahel? Yeah, I heard Sheik hanging out. Sheik, you still watch us on YouTube, okay? Anyway, as I was saying, what we got to look forward to is that, I'm praying that Kyle doesn't put Jimmy out there this season, actually. This is my wish, because I got no problem with CK.
Yo, Ronbo, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Go ahead. Or should I say Jimmy G? Yeah. Go ahead.
I think we got speaker problems going on.
No, I had to redo something there, but we're okay now.
There, bro.
Lorenzo, go ahead, man.
I think we got speaker problems going on, huh?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I don't hear him either.
Yeah, we all hear you. Are you there? But
I got to make some adjustments. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Oh, God. Hey, hold on a second. Anyway, as I said, my wish is please do not put Jimmy G back out there too soon, as I do not want him getting beat up and hurt before the season starts, the rest of this season or next year. So, Lorenzo, can you hear me now?
Bro.
All right, but you can't hear me though, right? Lorenzo?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Earlier, I could.
No, I know about that. But Lorenzo, go ahead with what you were talking about.
I mean, just the way I see it, I think for a fight, there's no way in hell they're going to play him for the remainder of the season.
I hope not. That scares me to death. Not behind that offensive line. I don't even want CJ playing behind that. Nobody should have to play behind that offensive line, but it is what it is right now. So, yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
I think it's just, if they're going to invest a whole bunch of money in him, even if they're going to give him a mediocre, with high incentives deal,
yeah,
they're not going to play him this year.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I mean, we'll have to wait and see if they're going to play him or not. But I mean, I'm not in about the money. I guess they'll expose how much they're paying him probably within the next few days or something. Because I don't know, they may do it today, but I think it takes a little while to process those kind of deals. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, but I just think that, it's a good move because the fans, they wanted something. I mean, they're not calling for, Kyle Shanahan's job like they were last year, but they wanted something. They wanted to see 49ers moving to the future. What's there?
You're right. You know what? You just hit it, Lorenzo. With this deal today, the 49er fan base, which was probably starting to say, same old story, different names. We're still getting our butt kicked. We're not going anywhere. There's no future. We're dead meat. That deal today may have made 49er fans say, okay, all right. At least they're trying to make some moves, okay?
It's a PR move.
Yeah. It was a good PR move if it was. But yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Lorenzo.
It shows fans okay.
Yeah, Lorenzo.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say, we're cutting everybody kind of short tonight, and I know you got cut off because we got cut off. But we got it. Let me start tomorrow night, okay?
All right, yeah, for sure. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be looking for you.
Talking.
All right, Lorenzo. And let's go.
All right, you take it easy.
All right, you too. We go to Tacoma, Washington. Your area code is 253. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, man. Jimmy G. Anybody ask me that question, I'm saying Jimmy G. He's got a great name.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, but the thing is, bro, I don't understand how you're saying we don't play him for this season. I mean, you can't pay him and then not play him. You know what I mean? We got to see what we got in the
Wait. You know what? I just realized I forgot that. What is your name? Because this is the first time. What is your name?
My name's John, man. I'm calling from Tacoma, Washington. I'm originally from the Bay, but we moved out here and lifelong Niner fan, man.
I love the way you told me the whole story. I love that. Yeah, from the Bay and he moved out to Tacoma. Nah, I got no problem with that. I like the Washington area. I've been down through there. You know what? Go ahead though. I like your point though. Go ahead. You were making a point about we can't just sign him and not play him. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, man. I mean, I would love for him to be the future, but I got to see what he kind of, what he can do out there on the field before we just pay him a whole boatload of money. Because he's probably going to be asking for at least 20, 25 mil a year.
No. So. I beg to differ on that. Now, I don't know he can ask for 25 million. He hasn't started any games yet. See, that's why I don't think some of the money that we're worried about. Jimmy G has not been on the front line. This is his coming out party. So Jimmy G cannot come in and demand premium prices. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G would be doing good to get 20 mil and incentives and bonuses because he's got to prove something first.
Right.
Yeah. So don't worry about him competing with Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins and anybody else. He's not in that category yet.
Oh, man, we need to get a win over the Hawks, man. I live out here in Hawk country, and all I hear, it's sad that they don't even talk crap to me anymore because they just feel so bad for our team.
No respect.
I'm just so pumped when I heard this news, man. I hope we could turn it around.
I know. I know what you mean. Everybody up in that area I've talked to, same things, man. Hawks fans have become so indignant. They don't even bother to talk to us anymore. And same thing online. Raider fans are still talking because they're low rent stupid. So every time you go on, here come the Raider fans. 49ers suck. You guys got no future, man. And they're going 3-5 and still talking smack. But you're right. Hawks fans have become the royalty of the NFC West. So they don't have time for us. See, that makes me mad too. You're not the only person suffering that pain. It's all over, not only in the Washington area. Damn it, I hate them people.
Right.
Yeah.
I do, man. I do, especially how we were right there, man. But hey, Ronbo, man, thanks for taking my call, man. I gotta hop off here, but I'll definitely be following you more, man.
All right, man.
Thanks for 49er love.
There you go. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Come on back tomorrow on Red and Gold Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We do this every day, man. All right?
Up there, man. You got yourself a new fan, bro.
Thanks, John. Have a good night.
All right, man. You too, man.
You. And we're going to Vincent. Vincent.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Vincent. I'm talking Jimmy G, man. What do you think?
Man, you're hilarious, dude. When you're all talking about how the Raider fans talk about us.
Man, them people, man, and they ain't going to the Super Bowl. They got it all planned. At least they did before the season started.
You guys drunk. You got no future.
See, they never stop with that. So, But we got Jimmy G. Now, how you feeling about that?
That's a good move, Ronbo. That's a good move. That's a damn good move.
Yeah. It's a solid move.
To me, I feel like they were talking about that little shit. I feel like they were talking about that before the season.
It was one of the things.
Some kind of way that Garoppolo wasn't going to stay with the Pats.
Yeah, he had to leave this year, and the man knows.
Yeah.
I mean, Belichick knows if he waits too long, he ain't gonna get nothing because ain't nobody gonna trade him and say, "Hey, Bill, you know what? You can keep him because all we got to do is wait for you to franchise tag him, which we know you're not gonna do, or we can just wait till he hits a free market and we'll give you a 4th-round draft pick or something like that, compensation pick."
Yeah.
Which is basically
it makes sense.
2nd-round pick is a compensation pick.
I agree with Trey. And Trey, I think they said, expect to see Garoppolo. Against the Seahawks. I mean, they got him so they could start him. I mean, this guy's been sitting. He's been sitting back for at least 3 years, Ronbo. So I mean, it's time for him to play.
Yeah.
And I think TJ will understand that. I mean, he went in as a rookie. I mean, I think he knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're probably right. Everybody's probably right. I don't want it, but it's probably going to happen, I guess, at some point. I wish it would be. My God, if he gets out and hurt, I'm gonna be just so pissed.
I mean, but it is true though. I mean, the other way. I mean, the O line. I mean, everybody else is right on that point. We need to fix that O line.
Jesus Christ! I can see somebody coming right by now as a rush by. You seen what happened when Magnuson was playing? I can see some guy just rush by the right side, or else we got somebody out, and they just crushed Jimmy, man. ACL! Jesus Christ! I told you guys not to put him out there now. We don't have an offensive line to protect him. Oh, I'd be livid. Oh, God, I'd be mad. So,
But you know what though? But you know what? I could see him though in that red and gold. I think his last name will look good on that red and gold.
I know, huh? That's a long name to put on the back of that jersey, though.
hey, but also was Montana like 7 letters? Is that what it was?
I know.
Montana was a pretty long name too.
That's right. GAR 12 GAR.
I don't know, but
PPOL. It's yeah.
I like it that it's like he's got that kind of got like that Matty Ice like height. Aren't they almost like the same height?
I forgot how tall is Jimmy? Jimmy G's built solid too, man. The guy's he looks like an Adonis out there, man. This dude, I don't know. Matty Ice is his height comes from his neck. Matty Ice has got the longest neck I've ever seen for a quarterback. Him and Drew Brees.
Oh man.
So I'm not sure how tall Matty Ice is. I'm not sure how tall Garoppolo. Garoppolo goes 6'2" to 6'4", somewhere in there.
I think so. Yeah, I'd have to check on that.
Yeah.
Not too sure.
Yeah.
So. But I just want to give a shout out to that guy Raymond, man. He gets some good input, man. That guy that's from the East Coast.
Oh yeah, Raymond's Virginia, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that guy, man. He knows what's up with the team, man. I mean, he's got some good input. So I want to give a shout out. Much love, man, from SoCal.
There you go, Raymond. I just got the information. He's 6'2".
I mean,
right.
I was with my lady watching The Craft. Throwback Monday, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I got the news. I wasn't even thinking of the Niners. And usually I'm always looking at something about the Niners. And then I was just like, head on to that movie. And then I got the news. I was like, oh shit, trade for Garoppolo. Oh man.
Tell you, man. Soon as how much ladies love that movie, that throwback series, man. That's gonna be pretty interesting. I don't know why they like it so much, but yeah.
I know. I always ask the same one, but I mean, I got into it, so.
No, yeah. Once you start watching the series, most series are getting like that nowadays. But anyway, tell you what, Vince, we'll be back tomorrow night, man. So if you got some time, Throwback ain't on tomorrow, so you can check us out again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Okay.
All right, for sure, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronbo, thank you for everything too, man. Your platform, everything, man. I mean, shit.
Thanks.
You give us a platform, you know what I mean? To
it's my
say
pleasure.
What we want. I mean, I thought I was the only crazy one, on the top of my head, freaking.
If you
going nuts about Niner talk every day, in my head. But I got you, so it's good.
Yeah. Tell you what, you listen to here, man. You'll find you'll meet a whole lot of crazy people just like us, man. All right, Vince.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man.
All right, hey, Niner Empire, baby.
Yo. Hey, and there's Joseph Mahoney. Joseph, come on in here, man. Get your thoughts on your new quarterback, man. I'm doing awesome, and you know this. How are you feeling about your new quarterback?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I have mixed emotion. Like, I'm happy.
There's a few people. You gotta have that, all right?
I'm happy that they got Garoppolo, but I don't like what they gave up. I don't like the high second-round pick.
Oh, okay.
But let me clarify what the other caller was saying. So last year, in the 3rd round, we picked what's his name, Witherspoon.
Yeah.
We picked Witherspoon in the 3rd round. Well, the very next pick was our pick. The very next pick, we had back-to-back picks. What happened was the Saints traded up. So they traded with us so they could take Alvin Kamara. So they got that pick, and in return, we got a 2nd-round pick for this year.
From them,
so that
right?
was the deal. So
from the Saints, right?
So from the Saints.
Yeah.
So we have two 2nd-round picks for this year, but not one because
made the trade. The only thing that I don't like, I like the trade, but I don't like the trade. What I don't like about the trade is that we traded our pick. Like, I would have been more happy if it would have been the Saints pick, because the 49ers would have been picking very high in the second round. But regardless of that, I'm happy of the trade. I just wish that we would have traded the Saints pick, because it would have been our own pick, like lower in the second round.
Well, not to worry, Joey, because you know what? You're going to get 2 second-round picks shortly anyway, because we're going to probably be pretty high in the draft, right? And the 49ers are going to trade back because they're just going to want to get multiple picks. And I think you'd be happy with the second round. You could end up with more than, you got 1, 2. Yeah, well, you still could end up with two second-round picks.
Let me ask you a question, Lambo. Let me ask you a question.
Oh, Scott McLuhan.
Let's say.
Wait. Check this out. Scott McLuhan is that to Jed York? Very good trade. Maybe Scott's trying to get a job back in San Francisco again, but go ahead. I just read that on Twitter.
Let me ask you a question. Hey, would you sign Nate Solder?
Wait, what's his name?
The Patriots have a left tackle, and his name is Nate Solder, and he's this is, I think, his 4th or 5th year, and that's their main tackle that protects Tom Brady.
Is he available?
So he has familiarity with Garoppolo, and his contract's up this year. I don't know if the Patriots
his contract does expire.
are going to sign him.
Yeah.
So would you bring him in if do you think that would be a good move?
I got a feeling Belichick won't pay him. You're right. Belichick may not want to pay him. Sure. Any quality offensive lineman, I'm listening to any deal. You know, as agent comes in, you got a quality offensive lineman. You are priority number 1 with this organization. We got a quarterback now. I need somebody to protect him. Yes, absolutely. I mean, in a heartbeat.
Would you trade with the Browns? Because they have 2 first-round picks, and what I'm thinking is maybe because they always like getting high picks, and they're going to have a second first-round pick, but it's going to be around like 10,
what are you going to offer, Joey?
12?
What are you going to offer for those picks?
Maybe get their second first-round pick and their first second-round pick.
Yeah, how are you going to do that?
And you just move back. You just move by giving them our first-round pick, and then you get 2 picks for 1. Would you do that?
Yeah, well, are they going to accept that? Yeah, wait, how many? They got 2 first-round picks. Is that what you're saying?
2 first-round picks. So I'm saying, so they draft someone with their first pick. Let's say we're number 2. Let's say we're number 2 again, okay? But they still have, obviously, their second-round pick is going to be very high. It's going to be 33 or 34, right? And then they still have that second first-round pick. So what I'm saying is maybe you trade back and you can get 2 picks for 1. You get to like 10, 12, and you could take a good guard there, and then you have another pick, and that makes up for your trade with Garoppolo. And then now you still have two number 2s. Would you do that?
Okay. Well, question. You know what? Because if we're that high, if we're number 1 or 2 in the draft, whoever they just strip down, I'm gonna you know what? We'll probably trade their number 1 round pick, and we'll be back in the first round. We're gonna ask for a lot. I mean, we're gonna ask for a second round and a 4th round, and possibly a 5th round pick for that. So that's gonna be filled in anyway, you know. And maybe you trade the second round pick and get some multiple picks there. Because see, you've already got your table set when you got your quarterback. Now it's about getting an offensive lineman. And some other, and maybe I still need a madman from the SEC to play on my defensive line. I need a speed rusher that could come in there and scare people to death. You know, I don't know how they're going to lay this out, but they're combing the nation. They know where all the players are and how they can get them by now. Because I understand the 49ers have more agents out there than anybody. So
that's true.
Yeah.
You're not taking Barkley 1 then? You're for sure going lineman. I heard some callers say that they really want Barkley.
Yeah.
I mean, but I get that. I like Barkley too, but I don't think that's a need for us. Like, you could get running back later in the draft. There's Josh Adams. Josh Adams runs behind McGlinchey and Quentin Nelson. He's probably the second best running back in all of college football, and you could get him in the 3rd round.
And because of those guys you just mentioned.
He has. What's that?
And because of those guys you just mentioned. You got to have an offensive line to get anything done. You can get all these premier, sexy players all you want. If they're running behind a shaky offensive line, they're not going to get anything done. So, you can't do it. You got to go get those offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Look at, when
My
I look at
opinion
LA,
on
I don't know how they did it, but
my
look at LA.
opinion, I don't. If regardless if we trade back or if we stay at 2 or 1 or whatever, I really think we should get McGlinchey because he really makes a lot of holes. Notre Dame this year, Josh Adams. I don't know if you noticed. He has. I think I read a statistic. He has the most touchdowns this year, above like 70 or 80 yards. And I watch a lot of Notre Dame football. He has at least 5 or 6 touchdowns this year, Ronbo, where he's rushed for like an 80-yard touchdown run or 70-yard touchdown run. I mean, he's getting long touchdown run because he's going right between Nelson and McGlinchey. And the holders, he could drive a fucking big rig right through the goddamn hole. It's so goddamn big.
I'm getting ready to
you
post.
really should draft McGlinchey number 1 because
I'm getting ready to post it up on
would
the
really
app.
help us out.
I know what you're talking about. I'm getting ready to post that up on the app. I'm starting to put around all my favorite. As a matter of fact, Joey, you're the guy. You and the Big Show, man. Send me some names of guys that you really love. I'm searching them out and I'm putting them all over the app now, so everybody can just, if you want, just go to the app and you can see your favorite prospects for next year. Because
the best.
Go ahead, real quick.
Tackles are McGlinchey from Notre Dame and Orlando Brown from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
those are the
Trey
best
mentioned
two
him
tackles.
earlier. Yeah, all right. Joey, we got to go. We'll see you tomorrow night on Raw, as Raw's been moved to Tuesday night, okay?
Okay, you got it, buddy. You have a good night. Good night.
Yeah. Go ahead. Eric, go ahead, man.
Yo, Ronbo.
You.
Yo, man. What a night. What a night. What a night.
Aren't you feeling better about the 49ers now? They call it a PR move, but it's one of the best PR moves I've ever seen in my life, man. The 49ers are crying about what happened yesterday. We just got wiped out again. We got wiped out by Dallas. And now the man comes up and says, yeah, well, that may be what had happened, but we just picked up Jimmy Garoppolo, so, better days ahead.
Yeah.
Said, what?
Man, I did not see this coming at all,
Nobody did.
When I got that notification, I was like, God dang, we're going to have some quarterback competition next training camp.
Damn right. And you're right. There may be a third quarterback involved. I think they're paying Jimmy to come in and start, but there may be another quarterback in there involved. I don't know if he's going to compete with CJ. I don't think he's going to compete with Jimmy because honestly, people say there's going to be competition between CJ and Jimmy G. Jimmy G is going to get paid probably to start. Yeah. My guess. And CJ's going to be
and the
working on
best thing
getting
about
better.
that is we have the leverage over Jimmy.
Yeah,
he can't say what he wants, to be honest,
Yeah.
We don't know what he's going to bring to us. So I think he's going to get like $20 million a year, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't, no. Because he can't come in and ask for premium dollar because he's not been a starter on any team yet. So he comes in next year. He starts. CJ gets to train under him for a couple of years. In a third year, if we have a problem with Jimmy Garoppolo by some strange imagine, then that means CJ's been training and waiting in the wings because, he's a rookie. It's okay for him to wait for a couple of seasons. He trains for a couple of seasons. And in the third year, they compete for who's going to start. It gets nothing but exciting and dramatic for the 49ers in the next few years.
I know, man. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, you can't lose.
And right now, and CJ's not even in shape either, Yeah. I don't know if you could tell. He's a little husky.
Yeah.
Let him get in shape this offseason. Let's see how we can do.
Yeah, and he needs to work out and get a little stronger. Although CJ's so hard, I've never seen a quarterback take a whooping like that and still get up and play, though. So he may not be.
His name was Steve John.
Yeah. The dude is a mutant, man. He maybe not need to train. He's probably as strong as anybody we got on the team. Because CJ can take a beating.
Damn. You know what else scares me about CJ when he runs? He runs head first, just like Young did. You got to watch out with them concussions.
I know. He's got to learn to slide. He's got a lot to learn anyway in the NFL. I mean, there's a lot. He just got thrown into the fire suddenly, which I hate that. Most people love that. I don't like that. I was not in favor of CJ coming in right now. I think he needs to learn some more, and he does. There's no two ways about that.
Does.
Yeah. So,
And you know what? Kyle could groom him and then trade him in the future for picks. Who knows?
Yeah,
the Kirk Cousins thing.
Yeah, that's what they were going to do with Kirk Cousins. And Kyle said he told Kirk that. He says, I'm going to coach you up for a couple of years, and they're going to put you up for trade because RG3 was the man then, right? So,
Nope.
So you trade.
And then
go ahead.
Then in the future, what I wanted to do is, you know how the Redskins and the Rams did that trade for the 3 first-round picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want us to do the same thing because you know what? There's going to be a lot of teams that need a quarterback this year in the draft. I'm going to say the Bills, the Jaguars. The Jaguars are a quarterback away from the Super Bowl, to be honest. That defense is nasty.
Aren't they scary?
You know what I mean?
They are
so they want,
scary.
hey, let me get one of these rookie quarterbacks. Blake Bortles ain't the answer. We'll say we want 3 of your first, just like the Rams and Redskins did. We'll be set. And trade back in the draft. That's what I really want.
Yeah. And who would make the the Jaguars, what quarterback would make them work, man? It's interesting because that's why I don't like getting guys out of the draft. I don't know who the Jags are going to bring in. I mean, who they're going to go after if they would trade back with us. But would you take Rosen?
Quarterback. I think the best quarterback in the draft, in my opinion, is Baker Mayfield, the quarterback from Oklahoma. His draft stock's rising up, too.
Dude is bad, man. I've been telling people about Baker Mayfield since the beginning of the season. I said, everybody's been talking about Rosen and Darnold and all these other guys. I said, you know what? Yeah. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan. Every time I see that dude play, I said, wow.
I love that man. He just has that touch on that ball. It's crazy.
We got Joe. Eric, we got to go though, man.
But Darnold.
We can talk about this tomorrow on Raw, man. But you have a great night. Appreciate you coming in tonight. Give us a little feel about how you feel about Jimmy G.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too, man.
The phone says Irene, but I bet it's not an Irene Pugh. Who is this? Hello.
What up, Rondo?
Riverside. I knew it wasn't going to be an Irene.
Look. I'm going to say something kind of like, okay, listen. First of all.
Fam, let me give you your name first. Get your name. So next time you call, I'll be ready. Michael, okay. Go ahead, Michael, go ahead.
Michael, yeah. My bad, Rondo. First of all, I'm going to say it like this. Yes, great news about Jimmy Garoppolo. I feel it's great news. I think it's awesome news. I mean, damn near, I was actually at work when I got the news. I almost damn near tipped the pallet jack over, but the goddamn pallet hit the damn ground. I was so excited because I got the news about it. Yeah. But I'm going to say it like this. Let's go off subject for just 1 second.
Okay.
This 49er team is not a bad team. It's not a team that should be criticized and ridiculed as, oh, well, we're the bottom of the barrel. We're the Cleveland Browns.
Amen.
Now, let's go back and rewind into the season. Okay, well, Hoyer at starting quarterback with the team that we had. Let's go back. We have lost very, very close games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we had won those games, now, if we had won them, okay, and at the same time, if we won them, we could easily be 4-2, 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the difference between people are like, well, the Niners are banged up now.
Yep.
Well, the Niners are banged up, but momentum is a key factor. If we won those close games against Seattle, against LA,
Arizona,
those Cardinals, those games,
Indiana,
momentum would overcarry that. Because look, it's one thing to lose those close games, you know what I'm saying, and then go ahead and go on with the season and be banged up with injuries. But it's one thing to win those games with injuries, but still have that momentum that we're a hungry team, we're going to win this shit. I think that we are one quarterback away from being where we need to be. And I think Jimmy G is that boy. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. We need to go into the draft, and we need to go and build protection for Jimmy G. The defense is set. The defense is set.
I need one dog.
I need one dog. You know what? I take that back. I take it back. We do need a DB or two. We do need a DB. Corner-wise, yes. But as far as getting the team in the right direction, as far as Shanahan, protect Jimmy G. I'm going to hashtag that, too, on my page.
There you
hashtag protect Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. I know. Get me some offensive linemen in here. Don't do another thing before you get some offensive linemen in here that can protect. Because when I look at the Rams,
what happened today totally changed how we're going to draft this year.
Yeah, I know it.
It totally changed everything.
They got to go back and erase all the stuff they had on the board, erase that stuff and start all over again. You're right. They got plenty of time to work on it, though.
It totally erased everything. And I just came through, man, because you know what, I wanted to holler at Ronbo, and I'm part of the Redlands IE, the 49er IE chapter over here in Redlands, and I wanted to make sure that I had spoke for my fellow IE chapter 49ers over here, and I had to. And I just feel like it's good news, it's great news, but I'm just so sick. And Ron, I don't know, Ronbo, I don't know if you feel the same way about me. I just feel like I hear so many fans crying about the season. Like, we were not playoff contenders from begin with.
Yeah.
Why are they acting like we're a playoff team?
That's true. We're a team in transition. We want, you know what though? They wanted to see us compete, and we've had 2 weeks we didn't compete. Well, the bad thing about it is, like you mentioned, we had 4 games and we did compete. Wait, what am I right? 5. We had 5 games where we competed fiercely. We just didn't come out on a winning end. So yeah, you're right. I agree.
We could easily be 4-2. We could have easily been 4-2 or 5-2. And I think that regardless of the injuries and whatever, not that would have carried the momentum would have carried over to where, like, okay, it's one thing. Like I said, it's one thing to be 0-8 or 0-7 or 0-6 versus being 4-2, 5-2, and then carrying it over into the season. It's one thing. Momentum's a big deal. Like, I'm not saying the team gave up necessarily, but I feel like it's a big deal.
It is.
And I think people, the last 2 blowouts, they forget. Let me ask you, Ronbo, are we better at this point? Like, now we moved on. You got Jimmy G. Were we better with Hoyer starting, or were we better? What do you think it was a good decision for them to start the rookie? I want your opinion on that.
No, I was one of the guys. Well, I was totally against that. But the thing with me was, I just want somebody out there that actually, and even Hoyer, he looked bad because the offensive line had him cringing out there and scared. But most people who never played ball, they don't know what it's like to see a guy running at you at 100 miles an hour about to hit you. So they were all screaming about, Hoyer sucks, look at him, he's a coward. I said, y'all don't know, do you? I said, because the thing is, but see, that's why I said, now he does know the offense enough that you can lead people that don't know the offense. And that was my thing with him. He's not, Hoyer's not a great quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but he did know where to do, our receivers he was making a lot of connections. He got past for 300 yards about 3 times this year.
Right.
So I didn't have any problem with him as much as I did the fact that we just couldn't get past the hump. We're losing by 2 and 3 points. The Rams game, the referee took away from us. We had 2 games the refs took away from us. And that's why I'm saying.
You know what? Hey,
the drops,
I'm
the flags.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
And the drop balls. What if they wouldn't have been? What if we didn't lead the league in drops? We saw touchdowns get dropped, but the poor Hoyer got blamed for it. And then the flags, we got taken out of drives, making us 3rd and 900 yards. And and I says, there's some other people on this team need to straighten up, and then we can win the game. I think. So
you remember? Okay, you're talking about the round game. You talk about I think the other game you talk about is a Redskins game where with the OPI with Pierre Garçon.
There's another one.
If I can relate back to that, look at the Raider and Chiefs game.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen Amari Cooper go one-on-one Mitchell, and he extended his arm, pushed him down. The dude fell on the ground, did a whole roll and everything. They threw a flag, but they picked it up.
Yeah. And that's what I said.
He ended up getting the touchdown.
I said it had been us.
And then you look at – go ahead.
No, I was watching that same play, and I said, oh, he picks the flag up. My wife was walking through the house. I said, they picked that flag up. But if it had been us, it would have been definitely a PI. I know exactly which game you're talking about.
OPI, OPI like nobody's business. It would have been, okay, for example, Trent Taylor did an awesome job off the line of scrimmage, running his route, and they called an OP on him. And I saw that, and then Pierre Garçon gets knocked. I mean, in the middle of his route, gets interrupted by a linebacker, gets knocked down, and it's OPI. That shit drives me crazy. And the fact that they said, okay, well, this guy's going to go ahead. Amari Cooper, we threw the flag, but we're going to pick it up. It's the Raiders after all anyway. This isn't the 2011, 2012, 2013 Niner team. You know what? Go ahead, get your touchdown. That shit bugs me. It bugs me because I feel like the consistency. I feel like we are so many play calls away, or bad penalty flags away from being 4-2, 5-2.
Michael, you know what?
And it's what it is.
Michael, they text Kyle Shanahan on that PI in Washington. They from the league office. They knew that was messed up. And I said, you know what?
It was messed up.
You guys can make those. You can text and apologize all you want to. Why do you? Well, the officials don't they? What? Oh, anyway. Tell you what, let's go over. Let's talk tomorrow night if we get some chance.
Hey,
man. All right.
It's cool. Hey, Ronbo, before I bounce out this, John, I want to say, you know what? I appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
For everything you do. You are a great, faithful man. You are, and as far as I'm concerned, you're the cornerstone. You're the Mount Rushmore. You're the everything when it comes to a Niner fan, and I appreciate you.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Michael.
your show every year, every week, every football season, whatever you do. I appreciate it, man. I love you, man, and I keep doing what you're doing, man. And we are all faithful. And thank you for just, talking and chopping it up with me. And you're awesome, man. Just thank you for that. And I will holler at you next year too. I'll be here on the show. We'll be cool. But thanks, Ronbo. You mean everything to the Niner organization just as much as the players do, man. You are there. You are. Now that's an honor. The voice for the people who want to get together and just talk about football. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that so much, man. All right, look to hear from you later.
Yeah, have a good one, bro.
All right.
All right, brother. Late.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to the chat real quick. This is Kurt Reinhardt. Would you like Sandy to go after Martavis Bryant from the Steelers before the deadline? Hell no. I'll just tell you the truth. I do not want that divitude in San Francisco. You know what? Martavis has bigger problems than anybody really imagines. I've seen guys like this before. I grew up with guys like this. Trust me when I tell you he's insane. All right? I don't want to get on. I ain't saying nothing about people who like to smoke, but I'm saying it does mess with you at a point. And Martavis has went too far. All right? He's got a real problem. You bring that to this 49ers locker room, we got big trouble. All right? Let him stay where he is. Let Thompson keep getting up in front of people saying, we have invested too much time and money in Martavis. He's not for sale. He's not going to be traded. So, Paul Jones, would you think about getting Darrelle Revis? No. No, I would not think about getting Darrelle Revis. Darrelle looked bad 2 years ago when he quit. I don't want no Darrelle Revis. You know what you see in Leon Hall? Put Darrelle about a step ahead of Leon, and that's about it. I think they got rid of Leon again, too. I'm not sure. K-Sir says, at sports, tell Sheik to give me a holler. Sheik, remember tomorrow, man. Tomorrow, when you get in, K-Sir, give a holler. All right. You know what? I'm going to see you guys on Rewind in just a few minutes. And K-Sir can come on. Sheik, come on over there. And K-Sir. Let me run through a lot of, see if, okay, guys. As Sheik would say, don't forget to hit that like. Wait, is there, I'll say, let me run through a few of these real quick. That's me doing that. And Definite EY says, what about C.J. Beathard? You know what? I think there's no need to worry about C.J. Beathard. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be a part of the program, I'm sure. My guess is he's still going to be a part of the program. They're not going to throw him away. They spent a third-round draft pick on C.J. And C.J.'s as hardcore as it gets. He just needs more seasoning in my book. I could be wrong, but I think he needs a little more time in the ranks for a little while and before he comes out. And I want to see him develop. If there's any way they can get a little more arm strength, I need to see a little more zip on his passes. I saw a couple times the receivers had to wait on the throw, and that to me says a little more juice in his throw and they'll be ready to go. But as far as his intelligence, CJ's pretty smart, man. I like him, so don't count him out. Akoma said, Jimmy, he says, Akoma Slip says, Jimmy has no pressure to win at all right now. All he has to do is go out and show poise. So you know what? If Jimmy G goes in the game, and I'm totally against it, if he goes in the game right now without that offensive line being bandaged up at least, okay, put him in for a few downs. I got no problem with that in week 15. I only want him in it for a couple of series too, and then put CJ back in the game. Don't toy with the future, man. Get him some offensive line. All right. Nito JR says that a big chance we trade back for a tackle or a guard. Yes, please. Yes, get me some offensive linemen. I already told people, man. As far as I'm concerned, the first round pick, forget about the sexy pick, man. Get me an offensive lineman. Get me the best that's out there. And free agency, the first thing I do is comb the name. Hey, man, let me know an offensive lineman that's available. I will pay him, please, just talk to him, all right? Every year, God, man, our offensive line sucks. I'm sick of that. Get an offensive line. We would have to say. When I look at the Rams' offensive line from last year to this year, it's like night and day. How in the hell did they get so good? Remember, our guys couldn't touch Goff. They couldn't touch him. They couldn't get anywhere near him. Last year, we would have been all over Goff. Not this year. No. They went and got them some mules, and ain't nothing happened. Let's see. Harris, they have drafted a big offensive weapon to take pressure off the O-line and a second defensive player. But the thing is, Harris, the only way you're going to take pressure off the O-line is, let's say you got just a blue chip wide receiver. it takes him at least the count to 2 to run his route. Now, if that defense is all over my quarterback before he gets to 1.5 in his count, what am I going to do? You know? See, that's why I'm saying I got to get an offensive lineman. That is step 1. Give me step 2. And I liked about Orlando Brown. Draft him if we get the number 1 pick on Orlando Brown as the number 1 tackle. You damn right you get him. You get him and you don't think twice about it. Get him now. He works behind Joe Staley next year. Next year, him and Joe trade off. Joe says I'll either let him have it, and I'll just sit back here and get this ring with y'all, or I'll walk and I'll ride off into the sunset. Trent Brown is already on the left side. I mean, on the right. Well, Trent Brown, you know what? Now, we'll leave Trent on the right side then. Now we got an all-pro on both sides possibly, right? You got to get a center. I don't know where we're going to find a center. I'd love to get him in free agency because I know he has experience. If Kyle could sneak and find out if Alex Mack is maybe his contract expires this year. They probably signed up They locked up Alex Mack for years though. So what am I looking at? Dylan. Oh, he got another call. All right, D. Dillon, go ahead, man. Warville, California.
What up, Ronbo?
Dylan, I mean, nothing, man. I'm looking at the future, looking so much brighter, man. I feel so much better. What's up with you?
Oh, I just heard about this Garoppolo trade. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm iffy on it only because only started 2 games.
No, yeah. But we got a sample of what he's capable of. But he's been sitting around in the NFL for 4 years behind one of the best in the game. Not a lot of people are giving credence to that.
And one of the best teams, too.
Yeah. So he comes from a winning culture. He's playing behind one of the best examples of a quarterback there is. I got to believe he's learned some things. He's already got raw skills. So, we've seen him in action last year for a little bit. I'm real excited about this. But what are you thinking?
I agree with you. Oh, I agree. I think it's low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a 2nd-round pick, and the Jets picked Christian Hackenberg with a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
So, and
he's.
Talk about the offensive line situation, though. I mean, you got Joe Staley. He's still good for maybe a year or 2.
Yeah, I like that. I just wanted to bring in Orlando Brown to work behind him and learn from the best.
Trent Brown is going to be an all-pro.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about that. And then, we still got Joshua Garnett on the IR. If he ever comes around,
I wish
he was a 1st-round pick, too.
Yeah. I hope he does. I wasn't impressed with Joshua the first year. Go ahead.
It's really, the right guard and center. I like Kilgore. He's a good guy. He did beat out 2 pretty decent centers in training camp as well, but maybe if we shore up the interior linemen better, maybe it would impact his play.
Maybe, but you know what did it for me though, Derek, Dylan, yesterday I watched a Eagles defensive lineman. He grabbed Kilgore and took Kilgore with him to go get C.J. Beathard,
awesome.
And he took them both down. I almost broke into tears. I think I've had enough of Kilgore. I don't think he's probably a good ball player, and from what I've seen last year, I've trusted him. But I think it's time to get somebody in there now that can't happen. You know what I mean? That was very disappointing.
Oh yeah, I'd agree.
So we're going to see what happens.
If you just look at it though, I'm not sure how much I would want them to invest high draft picks on an offensive line. Free agency is coming up with a good class of interior O-linemen.
Oh, and I wish they would too. I'd rather them spend money on guys that damn well they're going to do a good job. I agree. If I don't have to draft one,
exactly.
Dylan, if you could get me 3 more guys, get me a center. I don't know what Garnett's going to do, but get me a center, and maybe I can still draft Orlando Brown. I don't know, but the thing is, I just want 3 bona fide, legitimate guys I can get in there and protect Garoppolo and CJ. Stop with worrying about every week is the offensive line going to survive? Yeah.
And a skill position guy, a big receiver.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and say I want Barkley out of Penn State, that he looks pretty great too.
I know.
You know,
he'll end up in Cleveland.
I kind of like Carlos Hyde. I think they don't use him as much as they should.
Well, if we have an offensive line, Carlos is going to look a lot better than he looked this year. I guarantee you that. And the nice thing about it is Carlos will know the system a little better after Bobby Turner's been working with him. Exactly. I don't have a problem with Carlos. I'm wearing his clothes right now. Give me some El Guapo next year. I've got no problem with that. And Matt Breida, I got no problem with him either. You know? So, yeah. Carlos will be... You know what I like about Carlos? He's a hard, competitive dude. And he's not gotten hurt but one time this year, and he wanted to play even while he was hurt. So I'm on the Carlos train. I got no problem with Hyde, you know. So, and Brady should look even better next year.
He just throws himself. He's like a bowling ball.
He commits. Carlos says, "You want to tackle me?"
Off of people.
Yeah, come get some. And if Carlos breasts up a few guys, they don't come twice. So I'm ready.
Exactly.
All right, Dylan. Hey, Dylan, I got to go, man. I tell you what, I appreciate you calling in.
It's going to be interesting, though.
It is. Definitely. I can't wait for preseason.
All right, thanks, Ronbo.
Thank you, Dylan. Have a good night. All right. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and knock off. I'm going to I need a couple of scuba fish sandwiches. I work up an appetite every time I do this. I love it. So, the Iron Sheik has do the bulky votes for Kelly with finally Cousins not coming. I thought we already did that. Why would I do that? Trent never clears his voice when he talks. He comes in and he says, "I'd like to make an announcement. For those of you who have been giving me a hard time about whether I wanted Kirk Cousins or not, and I've written a lot of nasty things back to you. Well, I'm not going to apologize for that, but I will tell you this. We're no longer going after Kirk Cousins. Now, if you're going to give me a hard time about Garoppolo, I'll probably send you more nasty notes. The best thing you can do is take me off your email. You can stop, you can unblock, you can block me, you do whatever you do. But stay the hell out of my face. I know what I'm doing here. You just watch the games, and I'll make sure the players that are supposed to be on the field are on the field. And I'm out of here." And Balky drops the mic. Boom. Fam! Tomorrow night, back to Red and Gold Radio. We're going to move. Hey, listen, by the way, if you catch an S for the first time, you don't have the Ronbo Sports app, you need that to get involved with Red and Gold Radio. I promise you'll love it. You would not believe the cast of characters that join us on Red and Gold Radio every night. You'll love it. 7 p.m. PDT. Get the Ronbo Sports app, and I tell you that the Ronbo Sports app is absolutely free. I'm not trying to say anything. You need the app because I put the phone number in there, the PIN number. I got all kind of instructions if you want to, for the Sunday shows, for zooming in. There's a whole lot of information in there. And also, listen, I'm putting up thing now where I'm going to put down everybody's favorite draft picks. I'm going to put down little write-ups on them and also and give you the link. So if you don't know about players that everybody are talking about, I got Saquon Barkley already in there. If you see somebody in there, people are talking about this guy, you're going to have a link. You can go check him out. Makes it real easy and convenient. You don't have to look him up yourself. I'll do that work for you because I love doing that kind of work just to give you to check it out. Damn, I can't wait till Tuesday Night Raw being moved, and I'll see you 7 p.m. PDT. World Series on yet? Let me go.